Welcome to the first episode of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis, and I am joined by Adam Franey. How are you today?
Good. Happy to be part of the inaugural pod.
Nice.
Day one, Ep1 pod.
Also here, Tim McGavick.
Hey, how's it going?
Nice. Pretty good. We're all joining the small little room here. Also joined by Ty Svitolsky. How are you?
Doing pretty good, thanks.
Awesome. All right, so first thing on the docket today, guys. Last movie we saw before today.
Before today.
Before today.
Hold on, before the movie today or before today started?
That's a good question.
That is.
Before the film.
So I saw a movie before I came here.
We watched a film
What's
today.
the last movie you saw then?
So that'd be the last movie I saw. But you said before today, though. I watched it this morning.
We watched one film today together.
Okay, so before
As an
that
English
movie.
major, before today, you cannot do the movie you saw today. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Excluded.
You can
know
do it.
what?
Okay.
I want to use that one.
You start.
I thought this was
Was it
good
a James
movie.
Bond movie?
It's...
Probably.
All right, go ahead. What's the movie?
It wasn't, actually.
That was just,
I watched half of Avatar today.
Avatar. You haven't seen it before?
No, I have.
Okay.
But that was the last movie I saw.
Half straight, or did you skip scenes and you
Well,
only saw half the movie?
well,
total?
very
Now, just have to
long.
clarify
I took-
here.
yeah.
Was
Hang
that Avatar, the Navi?
Yeah.
Blue
James
or,
Cameron's.
Or was that the Airbender?
No, absolutely not. This was James
M. Night
Cameron's...
Shyamalan masterpiece.
It was...
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
No, it wasn't.
Verbatim from the anime series.
Okay,
You would have heard.
I must inject. Are we logging half watches
Can we log half
right
watches?
now?
It's very long, you know.
I think the question Mr. Ellis asked was the last movie
All right,
you
okay,
saw,
fine.
not
All right.
the last half.
I'm not proud of the last movie that I completed.
Well, now we're getting down to it.
Okay, the last movie I
That's
completed
why we're here.
was
That's why we're here.
the third installment in the Mummy series.
Wow.
Yes, like I said, I was not proud of it.
Excuse me, I need
How's
to
the
get a drink.
recasting of Rachel Weisz?
It was terrible. It makes me angrier and angrier every time I watch it.
She was probably the best part of the first two.
She was.
Hot
She was
button
definitely.
topic here.
Yeah. But
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've actually seen the third one.
you
You
don't.
haven't seen the one? The first two are fun little romps, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't
They're not
seen the
bad.
third one, I'll be honest
Don't.
with you guys.
Honestly,
And
don't.
I have zero desire
You don't want
to
to.
see it.
Alright.
So,
Moving on.
That was it.
Casted Rachel.
Tim,
They did.
what's the
Last
last
one I
movie you
saw?
saw?
you got,
Ooh.
and you must have completed it.
Jurassic World was the last
The
movie I
last
saw.
complete.
That's the last movie you watched?
That's the last movie I watched, yeah. I
Wow.
haven't watched anything recently.
Like the one that we saw a couple weeks
The
ago.
one the four of us saw.
That's the last movie you
Yeah,
We
watched.
were all there.
We were all
Wow.
there.
So, give us your thoughts.
What did you think of that? I don't think we talked about this. I don't think we have.
First, hour and 20 minutes, probably a solid 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then the helicopter crashed inside the little, greenhouse looking
Rexodactyl
thing, the Raxodactyl Dome.
Rexodactyl Dome.
Wow.
I'm coining
And
that,
it
by
got
the way.
Damn.
up to a 7, I think, overall, at the end of it.
So
Which
it
is-
took someone having to crash and die for it to go from a 5
it
to a
took
7.
the guy from Life of Pi having to fuck up another ship of some sort.
Some sort of mode of transportation. Or that
We're swearing at
He
this,
doesn't
right?
have
So
good
this is
luck.
going to be explicit
Yeah,
podcast?
this
Okay,
is-
excellent.
This is explicit, Tim. We don't want some
R-rated.
punches pulled bullshit soccer mom podcast. We want you to hit us.
Oh, so we're not saying that
That is
soccer moms
true.
can't listen to us? Like, they
Yeah.
can?
They totally can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Encouraged.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because, it's a boring day-to-day life for
We
soccer
need
moms.
every human being we can get to hear this. I'm trying to get rich off this thing. I don't know about you guys.
So, that's all I plan on doing.
I'm
is
not doing
podcast
this for
the rest
fucking
of my life.
fun. I'm doing this to get things.
Ideally.
Any other thoughts on Jurassic World, though?
Yeah, we all
What-
saw
what-
it. Pitch in.
Okay, I would like to pitch in.
Ah.
What'd you think of the 100% digital CGI effects?
Hmm.
Not much of a throwback.
That was a
It took
huge
me out a
thing
little
for the
bit.
first
The
movie,
big thing
right?
I think I brought to you was that they didn't do practical effects when they easily could have. When they had just the raptor heads sticking out inside the little,
Whoa, Tim,
mask
spoiler
thing?
alert.
Jeez. There are raptors in this one? Why am I even going to see it?
Right?
Jesus Christ.
The muzzles
much
when
is-
they're
yeah,
in the
when they're
muzzles.
in the muzzle, you don't see the body. It's literally a wall with, their head poking through.
Was that all CGI?
that was the CGI
I agree.
thing.
I thought it very jarring. I was like, no, you easily... That's a raptor head. If you only are showing the head, you easily could
Yeah.
have...
The first one came out in 1993? Two?
Yeah.
If that, somewhere around there.
92, something like that.
Early
Way better.
It
It looked way better.
I didn't like how the exterior shots Like there's like 100% CG.
Yeah, like that
I know that-
park doesn't exist at all.
At least
Right?
shoot
But
the
they
natural
built anything.
landscape and then insert it in.
I remember
But
in the trailer there was outrage online that the gate, the Jurassic World gate, was fully
That looks
CGI.
better in the movie than the trailer. The trailer
Yeah.
looks really bad.
I think
when
they
it first
built
came
it
out.
for the movie,
Yeah.
but in the initial trailer it was like Colin
CGI gate opened up and
the
we're just
Jurassic
like,
Park
Director Colin Trevorrow had to come out and say, "Don't worry, we built a gate for the actual film."
Wow.
It's like, what on earth? Like, you could
Obviously.
like, what? Like, why do you even? You shouldn't have to clarify that you built a gate.
It should be
That should be
assumed
the
that hey,
least.
this is part of the set. I'm
wood,
assuming you guys
wood does
built-
exist in real life. We can probably build.
We
A gate of some sort.
Somebody
grab
grab
the
some
gate.
wood and just spend a day and make a gate.
Let's just go down to Universal Studios. They probably have like a faux recreation of the Jurassic Park movie there.
Yeah.
Let's just film on that thing.
I
at
like
least.
exactly.
Take a day
At least.
and just go down.
That fight
Field
though.
trip it down
that
there.
fight
Yeah.
at the end though. I mean that was a pretty good
The
fight.
fight was pretty decent.
It
It
wasn't
was
bad.
good. I like. Well, spoiler alert from here on.
Yeah.
I think people should be wearing. Yeah, it's gonna be spoilers a lot.
I mean, I know it literally had the biggest opening weekend of all time.
Yeah.
So there's probably no one who
probably
hasn't
mention that.
seen
Well, I think we
it.
should do a disclaimer before we do every podcast saying that, hey, listen to this at your own risk. Because we've all seen these movies.
Well, yeah, and we can do a spoiler warning right before.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing right
Yeah,
now.
just spoilers.
Excuse me. Anyways.
It just beat out Avengers as well for the 5th highest grossing movie of all time.
That's impressive.
Damn. That's impressive.
And it's number
that's,
1 for the 4th week in a row, I think now.
See, my thing is you have to take it
Beat out
as
Terminator, which is not shocking.
It beat out Terminator Genesis.
I think
Johnny
you're
Smith?
pronouncing that wrong.
Genesis?
It's Genesis.
I think they spelled it wrong.
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah.
Genesis.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Genesis.
yeah, and its
Terminator
original
Genesis.
Slavic root. That sounds correct. But I do believe that you have to think about the movie as it not as an installment. I was saying this to Adam earlier. You can't think of it as an installment of the series. You have to take it on its own because it was like, in my opinion, the first 3 were way better. It felt like a totally
Terminator
different.
or
I'm
Jurassic
going back to Jurassic Park. I haven't seen
Okay.
the Terminator yet.
I agree with that because, like, realistically, in the real world, if Jurassic Park 1 actually happened,
Yeah,
Jurassic World would never be opened.
exactly. Like that would
Never would
like,
happen.
No.
And if
They're
it
gonna be
even
like,
was
yeah.
open, do you think anyone would ever go?
No one would ever go.
People died.
Thousands of dollars to go see this thing.
But I don't think it's fair to say you can't consider it an installment in the franchise when there's Easter eggs from the first film.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there were Easter eggs.
It's
Yeah,
not even
Which was
installment, it's the-
hilarious.
It's the nostalgia that's clouding your vision.
that's I think
Like
you're right.
Nick Johnson's character with the classic Jurassic Park T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Jesus.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. So
but
Those Jeeps though. Those Jeeps look hot.
those Jeeps,
Those
though,
classic Jeeps.
The
Those-
mural,
I'm not
murals
gonna lie,
on the
when I was
wall
a
that I
kid-
actually saw.
those 12-year-olds hot wiring those Jeeps though.
When
Yeah.
I was a kid, I wanted one of those Jeeps.
Well, it's better than the 12-year-old in the first one going hacking. Looking through files, going, where are the locks? Oh, there are the locks.
it's
Open the locks.
Literally like
folder.
moving through like a
Yeah.
3D landscape of like files. I've never seen a computer like this.
Yeah.
It's the 2015 equivalent of 12-year-old hacking.
Yes.
12-year-old hot wiring.
I prefer
Classic.
hacker.
Oh man.
But it's fine because
Cracker.
he did say, "Hey, remember when we fixed Grandpa's Grand Prix or whatever he said?"
That's just
So it's fine.
explanation for explanation's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't see him fixing
Just
shit.
don't worry, we've done this before, so it's totally possible we could do it again.
Totally.
I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5 if I could do half stars, which we all know.
According
Adam
to,
doesn't do.
You don't do half stars, huh?
According to a certain red streaming website, not half star things, which is annoying.
That's correct. I don't
Get on
do
that,
half-
guys.
We're gonna have to set a basis for
Get on that.
Out of 5, out of 10 decimals. We're gonna
I
have
say
to set-
5. 10 is.
We're all gonna have to be on the
all
same
I like the
page.
letter grade system.
Out of 5.
Letter
Out of
grade's
5.
not bad because you can do the pluses, minuses, and
Yeah.
Okay.
dead on letters.
Okay.
That's bullshit. I want.
I was hoping
I'd
someone
give it a
would call me on
75 or something. Like
I want a
whatever that
Netflix.
works out
I want
to.
to copy Netflix.
that. Okay.
I don't know if I can say
Star
that,
ratings?
but I want their. I use their star ratings in my everyday life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
No,
But no
halves. I don't
Divisive.
listen, guys.
We'll just do numbers and percentages.
Fuck half stars.
How about we all do our own rating system and we just never talk about it?
Okay.
How are we ever going to be able to
I'm in.
compare movies?
We just have to say I give it.
See, I liked it. I gave it
5.
an 86, but Franny gave it 2 thumbs up, so I'm not
gonna
really sure.
base my movie rating off of my own liking of video games.
How about we?
1 star would be like Resident Evil. 2 star. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That'd be terrible.
That's a terrible
We
way
could-
of measuring it.
What if we all said, like, blank number of reels out of blank? That's the only similarity. Like, I'd give Jurassic Park 2 film reels out of 5 film reels.
No, these are positive reels, right?
You
It's a good
could
thing.
give
These are
Jurassic
positive.
You
Park.
want more reels.
Yes.
At least, I think it should be at least 10 reels. Out of 10
Oh,
reels.
guys, I think we have to stop. Tyler got a text message while we're
Oh,
recording.
okay.
Wow.
Well,
Guys, you guys know
Priorities,
I'm a very,
guys.
scrap the
I'm
inaugural
a very
podcast.
important man. I'm not sure if
I mean,
you
we
guys
know,
knew
but,
this.
you know,
Like,
people should know.
Wow.
you
here,
know.
I don't put this away.
Yeah. Can we edit this out?
So back
No.
on track here.
We're doing as least possible work on this as possible. Everything stays in.
Right.
So this is a raw, uncut.
Um,
Sounds good.
You want to move on from Jurassic World?
I got
Okay.
one
Okay.
more point. What did you guys think about the? I noticed this afterwards. What did you guys think that they kept the Triceratops in, which I thought was really cool because a little while ago they proved this.
So moving on from Jurassic
Triceratops
World.
did not exist, right? They put it back in.
I'm going to jump on this point briefly.
Really? I was not aware of this.
You guys know that dinosaurs have been pretty much proven to have feathers?
Yes.
I love how they mentioned that. How, like, I think it was, what's his name?
The
The doctor
kids?
from the first movie. You know?
The Asian.
The
Yes.
Asian, yeah.
He mentioned how, like, we spliced them with frogs or whatever because there's a certain way that people thought dinosaurs looked, so we did it that way. If we did it with, like, real DNA type stuff, they would look very different. I thought it was a nice little, like, throwaway line. Just, like, being...
Interesting.
We know they don't look like how they would actually look like because they would look ridiculous. Raptors are like 3 feet tall with like feathers.
Yeah.
No chickens.
They're
They're
not
chickens
they're
with
pretty much
claws.
large chickens, which is actually terrifying.
That is
That is-
pretty awful.
That'd be
Actually,
way worse than the
I
actual.
do have a
raptors.
fear of birds.
I can't stand ostriches. Terrifying. me.
Yeah, so a
the
chicken
scariest things
with
I've
like
done.
a hunting claw? Nope.
No. No thanks.
All right, Adam. Last movie you saw
Let me
before.
guess. Miyazaki of some sort.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear it.
For our fans, Adam Franey has been on a Miyazaki
Binge.
binge last couple days.
I'm literally sweating just getting ready. I've been on it. Director, writer, Hayao Miyazaki. Some have hailed him the Japanese Walt Disney, for those who don't know. For the listeners who
high
aren't
praise,
familiar.
but fair.
I agree.
High praise for Walt Disney or high praise for...
I praise for that hack Disney.
Oh, what has he done recently, right?
I've watched probably 6 films in the last 2 days of his. The last film I've seen before today, of course, The Wind Rises, his final film in his filmography. So it's being marketed as we all
This is
know
the Japanese World War One plane guy.
Japanese World War I biopic. Could it
I'm
be?
actually very unfamiliar with this movie.
Doesn't
Basically, it's
surprise me.
about the guy who designed the Zero plane that was in World War II
Mhm.
that the Japanese used. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome movie, I gotta say.
Scott, this is my review, not yours.
Hey, I know you saw it, but I haven't
Scott is the
been there.
Miyazaki master at this point.
For the love of God, Scott. Anyways.
Full disclaimer.
What
Tyler,
did, what,
Tyler
did you,
and
what
I,
did you think of it?
Oh, you want to know what I think now? Thank
Yes.
you.
First of all, before we get into this, Tyler and I have not seen
Yeah,
any Miyazaki film. Something I'm very embarrassed by.
Okay, well.
It's something that I
honestly-
almost dropped $400 on last night because they have a full Blu-ray collection of his.
Oh shit!
Found out it's only in Japanese and German, so I avoided
You
that
don't
one.
know German?
400
I don't know German,
saved.
so you can watch this.
Wow,
So I'll be buying his movies separately, is what I'm trying to get here, too.
fair enough.
For
Well,
every next podcast, I'll have a Miyazaki review for it, too.
perfect.
But Adam, please continue.
Yeah,
Continue.
if I could. All-star cast, headlined by Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the protagonist.
Do you know what year
Jiro.
they did the dubbing at all? Is it-
2013, I think.
pretty recent,
Maybe
actually.
2014
Oh,
at the
so it
latest.
is.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know it was that recent.
Yeah. He was good, too.
Yeah.
It also stars John Krasinski, I believe, from The Office. Jim from The Office.
Okay, really?
Better known
Oh, really
as.
interesting.
Yeah. Emily Blunt.
Nice. Love Emily
I
Blunt.
believe is a female lead. yeah, just an all-star
Was
cast.
Krasinski the friend, like the best friend?
Yeah, the main character's best friend.
Nice.
I loved it. I might even have to go 5-banger.
Really?
Wow.
Let's get
Really?
an Adam Franey 5-star
Wow.
to the back.
Boom.
For Miyazaki.
Right there.
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Miyazaki can appreciate that.
This podcast is taking a horribly racial turn.
No,
By the way,
just-
we also do want the Asian community to listen to our podcast
yeah, don't
as
be
well.
offended by anything I just
If
said.
you're already an Asian soccer mom, we do
I
apologize.
may have to take back my leave everything in earlier.
Tim, edit that out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's
masterpiece.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
say
up there.
masterpiece.
It's one of his best.
I feel like you're somewhat biased.
I'm in love.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that just proved it.
Great story about Miyazaki. Browsing Amazon last night. Girlfriend sees me browsing it, notices the Spirited Away cover. She's like, "That movie is fucked up." I'm like, "You've seen Spirited Away?" She's like, "Yeah." My mom rented it for us when we were like 9.
This is
thinking
the
it was like a
cartoon
kids
horse
movie
one, right?
because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
totally
She's like,
not.
a kids movie. I was like, "Yeah, I could have told you that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's animated doesn't mean it's.
Oh,
That's
for
why I was like,
children.
just because it's anime, and probably especially because it's anime, it's not gonna be a kids movie.
It's a kid's movie in the sense that
It's
it
right.
fully realizes a child's nightmares come to life.
That is terrifying.
That's a good way of putting it.
the
Actually, that's a
only-
very good way of putting it.
That's what I would call it. Like, if my kid was bad, I would show.
It's a kids movie
kids
in
movie.
as much as Child's Play.
What's
The
yeah,
murderous Chucky doll
exactly.
is a kids movie.
Back to
A
Wind
kid is in
Rises,
it, correct? Yes.
though. Wind Rise, like, this is bold. It might be his most beautiful film.
You haven't seen all.
I
of them,
haven't
though.
seen all of them, but I've seen almost all the noteworthy ones. I'm missing Howl's Moving Castle and Princess Mononoke.
Oh my god.
That was good.
Now, the animation in this was stunning. I wasn't, maybe because I'll be fair, maybe because I wasn't expecting, it's just a biopic, so I figured it would be very standard, almost a drab visual tone, but there are some dream sequences from the main character, the color is explosive, the detail is jaw-dropping. I was pretty amazed. Like I said, 5 stars. Absolutely loved it.
High praise.
Mia, thank you, Miyazaki.
Okay. we have to put a limit on how many racial comments you can make.
Adam's
Wow.
not allowed to
Loved
watch
it.
any foreign movies ever again.
Never again now.
Tim, edit that entire review out. I'm sweating.
Wow.
I'm literally sweating.
Scott?
I just want to step in and say the last movie that I saw, which was last night, was a movie called Black Hat, which came out.
You saw the
Black-
Michael Mann,
Wait,
Chris Hemsworth movie.
Yes.
did you say
Really?
Black Cat?
Black Hat.
I think you've spoken about this movie before.
And
How terrible was this?
it
thing?
is not the greatest movie I've seen.
Michael Mann's last good movie was Collateral. Probably.
Yeah, he hasn't had
Isn't
the
that much
greatest string of
recently?
movies
No.
lately.
Haven't seen Collateral.
You haven't seen Collateral? Me and Scott were talking about it today.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
that's
probably
Tom
one of the
Cruise
best
no?
like
Wow.
thriller chase movies I've seen.
Really?
And Tom Cruise is probably like best performance for sure.
I've heard that
amazing
many times.
performance,
Really?
amazing
Amazing performance by
cinematography.
Tom
You seriously?
I
Great
heard-
action.
I heard
Tense
maybe
story. Mark
Ja-
Ruffalo's fantastic in it too.
Tom Cruise actually playing against type for once.
Yeah. The
That-
Being
nightclub,
a villain.
the nightclub shootout scene is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I heard
That's it.
Jamie Foxx, it might be
Jamie
his
Foxx,
best performance.
Academy Award nomination for it.
Nomination. Did he win?
No, he won for Ray that year actually. He's up for best lead and then best
Really?
supporting.
Wait,
Wow.
he's
that
up
year.
for
that
2
year?
in the same year.
Yeah,
Jamie
Wow.
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Is it bad that I
You
can't
felt
think
that
about
with
Jamie
stealth.
Foxx without thinking of Motherfucker Jones?
That scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
Stole that movie.
Yeah.
I slipped in there.
Jamie Foxx gets an unfair rap. I think he's not considered
Yeah.
a great actor, and I don't know, you just named
He's
2
very
Academy
hit
Award-
and miss.
He
Oh,
is.
no, okay, I'll give him that. Amazing.
When he's in the right role, he can really.
Well, you can't blame it. You can blame the whole of the movie on that. You can't just blame Jamie Foxx.
Itsy
for that.
bitsy spider went up the spider
Well, yeah, the spider spout.
Water
We got
spout.
what you were.
Water
Yeah.
spout.
and washed the spider out.
Yeah, actually, not bad at that.
Yeah, fucking terrible. But
Brutal.
the guy can act when he's not.
Do you want to open it up about the new Spider-Man? Do you want to start talking about that?
We can
Let's-
maybe we'll get to that in
let's-
the
at another time.
yeah, another time.
Black Hat, though, I don't know if I would recommend it. I mean, it was Michael Mann. The cinematography was actually pretty good. Like, I actually enjoyed
His
the
movies look
visuals.
pretty great usually.
The visuals were really nice.
Yeah.
But the story just kind of just did this. Didn't really make much sense.
For the listeners,
meandering.
Scott's doing a whimsical waving of the
Waving of the
hands,
arms,
meaning
kind of.
the story was just wishy-washy. Continue,
Yeah,
Scott.
it's
Sorry.
Meandering, one might say.
Meandering.
really good cast. All-star cast though. Like
Who else was in it besides Chris Hemsworth? This
Viola
movie
Davis
completely
was in it.
Flew on my radar on this one.
Yeah.
That,
Who?
One stealth.
that guy
line.
from
Viola Davis?
yeah, she was in it.
Did she have a big booger coming out her nose?
no,
Who?
She does a lot. When she cries,
What?
she gets in
Who?
big
Viola
old,
Davis.
big old
Oh
snot
yeah,
on.
she's the best nose crier
Yeah,
in,
for
in
sure.
the,
It's
in the
phenomenal.
game.
It
What
is
a title to have.
that
in
guy
Hollywood.
from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That like
The guy who's always evil.
yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård.
No, not him. The guy who
In the original Dragon Tattoo?
that really unfortunate scene.
The
I think
original-
you guys know what
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about
about.
Oh,
the,
you mean the-
horribly graphic rape
Oh.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
The parole officer guy?
Oh.
Yeah.
That guy was in it. Yeah,
Interesting.
And he was. I like
Interesting that you noticed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I was like, hey, it's that guy that.
Say, hey, that rape scene really made an
that
impression
rape
on
guy.
me. I'm
Gotta
gonna
have
remember
that
him.
silver rod shove up
Scott's-
his ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scott's idol, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Memorable guy.
All right. Let's move on
That's
to
it.
the movie we just saw, which was Slow West.
Just saw it 20 minutes ago.
Just saw. What,
Coming in fresh on this one,
Yeah.
boys.
now, this movie just came out. Michael Fassbender, Cody Smith McPhee. It's got Ben Mendelsohn. It's got The Hound is in it also.
Scott,
Small part. Small part.
don't disrespect.
Hey.
Give the man. Do we know the man's real name?
Ryan McCann? John McCann?
Rory
Yeah.
McCann.
Rory McCann?
Rory McCann.
That's
Looking
it.
it up.
We don't look up stuff on this.
Let's be
podcast.
honest. It's the
Not looking it up. Just searching through my own personal memory, not Google.
A slow western. What were you guys' thoughts, Tyler? What was your first impression?
My first thought. Okay,
Slow
I'll give you my first thought. Firstly, I was horribly disappointed
Really?
when it first opened because I thought it was going to be a live action Fievel Goes West kind of thing. It was not.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that's the movie we were going to watch.
Really?
Yeah, I was assuming it was a live action Fievel Goes West, and it was not. So once I kind
Sorry,
of
Tyler.
jumped over that hurdle, I was like, okay, this movie is actually pretty good.
Yes.
Not what I was expecting.
I did not know anything about this movie until a couple days ago when you guys came up to me and said this is what we're watching. I was like, okay. Looked it up briefly, saw Michael Fassbender is in it. I got about that far into the cast and I was like, okay, I'm down. As you guys know, Fassbender is one of my favorites.
Fassbender is Fassbender.
Fassbender is always solid, which he was again. Probably
definitely
the best part of the movie.
I think you guys are still pronouncing his name wrong, to be honest with you.
It's not Michaela
It's- it's
Fassbender.
my-
Enlighten us.
It's Mikael Fassbender.
He is
Okay.
part German. That's
He is.
accurate.
That is.
Let's go with that.
My first initial thought that I wrote down on my little note page here. Very odd main theme music soundtrack, right?
I love the sound. I think that might have been one of my favorite
I thought
parts
it
of
was
the entire
strange
movie.
for the tone in the movie.
It was very different.
It sounded like
but
it'd be like, I don't know. It was like some weird like Austrian sounding music for like a western.
I
It's
agree.
not about-
almost German.
I think it was string.
It was
It was like plucky
yeah, it was
string.
like plucky string.
music.
It sounded like it'd be like at like a bar mitzvah or something.
For sure.
I think it
agree.
kept it light. It didn't keep it super dark or intense or anything like.
Which
It
is
kept
nice
the
because
tone kinda
contrast
light.
it got pretty dark at the end there.
It did, but it wasn't. It got dark. The story got dark. Spoiler alert. It got dark kind of at the end, story wise, like plot wise, but it still had that light tone. Still, there was still a little bit of comedic kind of element to the end.
Yeah, that nice little ash shot we
Which-
got at the end.
Yeah, it was a strange kind
Just
of
a complete mess.
strange kind of juxtaposition.
Nice word. Nice word. there.
Wow.
You know,
Excuse
You
me while I look up what that means.
A word I knew
We don't look
before
stuff up. We just
today.
gotta guess what
I
it
will
means.
never look anything up.
Adam, first impressions.
Okay.
Stretch it out.
Stretching,
Yeah.
Let's get ready for this.
cracking the fingers.
Proverbial knuckle crack.
Yeah.
I liked it. I
Really?
thought it
Yeah.
was good.
Thank you for
Not
that
great.
colorful review.
Like three,
Um,
like three
I
reels.
thought it was.
I
good.
thought it was pretty good. You mentioned
Short
the score.
runtime.
You mentioned the score.
Just
too.
the one song specifically. The rest of the score
Right.
is fine. It
Right.
fit the movie.
Well, actually, I found there's like 3 or 4 different scores that were like the entire like
Themes.
they
Themes, yeah.
themes. So yeah, they happen like 3 or 4 times. Like this is a kind of an odd song to be playing right now, but it kind of fit in.
Yeah, to touch on, like, Scott, I think you brought up, it kept it light. Like, it felt to me like he did a movie last year, Frank. I don't know a lot of people saw. Like,
Love Frank.
Indie Darling. I love it.
Haven't seen
Me
it.
and Tim
Never
love
seen
it.
it.
You guys haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, well, there you go. To me, it felt kind of like that tone in a Western. It was almost a quirky
The
tone.
movie was a little bit
Yeah,
you guys
quirky,
it
agree?
right?
was. It's got
It
It
had
has
a
like
hipster
weird
quirk,
vignette
right?
scenes, right? Like
Yeah.
the scenes didn't really bleed into each other that much. It was more like this thing happens, some
fade out.
landscape shots, beautiful landscape shots from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Another vignette scene,
Boys.
Yeah,
et cetera,
definitely.
et cetera, right?
We're doing this movie a disservice by not touching on the cinematography.
We really are.
I
Death Clouds.
I had a
Death Clouds.
half chub
Dim clouds.
for half the movie.
Sub chub most of the movie.
I had a sub chub from that cinematography. Like, that cinematography dough.
Yeah, it was a really good looking
Those
movie, I will
rolling
say.
mountains were giving me a rolling Rocky Bonnier. I don't know about y'all, but whoever was cinematographer on this flick,
I'm gonna look that up right
Kudos.
now. 'Cause we-
Hey, we
Kudos
don't
to
look
them.
up things
Tim,
on
we
the
don't look
iPad.
up things on this.
Definitely saw
Richard
Richard
those.
Deakins. Nope. Robbie Ryan,
Oh.
You're just no.
who
you're
is
just-
known for Philomena.
for the listeners. Tim's bringing
I
this
never
up
saw that. I really
solely
want to
off
know.
memory. He just remembered this. He's not looking it up.
I'm not looking this up again.
Go back.
Almost. I might have seen a Hobbit or two, maybe more. Walking by.
Shot
Definitely.
It was shot in New Zealand. There's
Definitely
no hiding
similar
that.
locale than the Hobbits for sure.
Robbie Ryan has done nothing that I've seen.
Okay.
Okay. Well, kudos to him, and
Well,
I
the
mean,
man-
kudos to New
Fantastic job.
Zealand.
It looked
The man can
fantastic.
shoot
It
a
looked beautiful.
goddamn
Good for
flick.
New Zealand. New Zealand will make any movie look good, to be honest.
Yeah, Jesus, the guy can shoot, man. Like, holy shit.
What do you think of this Cody Smith McPhee kid though? Because he's
Oh.
been in a couple movies.
He's always good enough
Not
that he's
amazing.
not distracting.
Yeah. Although I will.
He was arguably
His
the-
accent
I think
slipped a lot in this. I
was
could not
arguably
tell
the
he was
main character.
Scottish. That was not important parts of the story, was him being Scottish. If that was like a crucial part to his character, they should have got a Scottish guy, because you could not tell he was Scottish.
That's fair. I will agree with that.
But the IMDb little summary specifically said Scottish guy. So I'm like, oh, there must be like some sort of like big part of the Scotland thing. Not really. Could have just done any.
Honestly, the only way I knew that he was
Yeah.
Scottish because he mentioned it in
Because he
the
mentioned
very
opening
beginning.
line.
Yeah.
In
Is-
case you didn't realize what the
British.
accent
Well,
was.
Scottish. And
Let me, do we know if this McPhee kid is Scottish?
No, he's
based on
he's
his performance, I'd say no.
straight up
Definitely not.
American. I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Let
me get
just
a fact check.
Look through my mind
From
bank again.
memory. From memory. Do you
Because he's-
remember seeing a confirmation of that?
Because he's going to be playing Nightcrawler in the upcoming X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh my
Is-
god, he's Australian.
He's Australian.
Did not expect that.
Well, goddamn, that changes everything. I love the Scottish accent. If that's coming out of an Australian, I thought he was Scottish. Did you guys?
See, it slipped. He
It
slipped.
slipped a lot.
The Scottish
Did it?
accent slipped, but then
Okay, you're right.
he didn't
Right.
actually
That's
actually hear Australian.
Yeah,
either.
it just
so,
slipped to like a weird, like kind of
So what-
somewhat American
Yeah.
thing.
so
Yeah.
what was he doing?
So I was gonna say maybe he was Scottish because he couldn't.
It
hide
didn't
his
take me
accent.
out of it, though.
no,
It didn't
no,
take
no,
me out
no,
of it.
He was fine enough.
I forgot that he was Scottish.
Yeah.
halfway
So
through.
what do
Yeah.
we think of him being our new Nightcrawler, huh? X-heads? I know you
Well,
guys are obsessed
here's-
with X-Men.
here's my problem.
Do you guys
Am I
like X-Men
right?
movies in
He-
general?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
he's,
I love them. Except for one.
Love what? Sorry?
The X-Men movies.
I just...
I don't like the
completely
Wolverine
blocked out.
standalone movies.
Yeah, I like them.
I
The
I
X-Men
don't.
movies.
Oh, I haven't
X-Men
seen
movies.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Guys,
My problem
let's
is
not
no
bring
real
up the
eye.
Wolverine movies. Jesus
My problem
Christ.
with this kid is that he is arguably the main character in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Arguably,
he's definitely
This
the main
McPhee
character.
kid is the
He
main
is the
character
main-
in
yeah,
what? In what?
in
Slow
the
West.
Slow West.
Yeah.
He's the
So,
catalyst for
I
the whole
agree.
thing.
I agree.
So, in this movie, like you guys just said, he doesn't stand out as an amazing performance.
Not at all, no.
So
Which is what you want from your main character.
exactly.
I feel like
so,
from another young actor,
Mhm.
it could have been a breakout role, but
Oh, Scott. You get Asa Butterfield in this thing?
You get Ty Sheridan in that thing?
You get Ty Sheridan in
I
this
don't
thing?
know about emo Asa Butterfield.
We're talking Oscar noms across the fucking board.
Really?
to be determined.
No.
No.
I'm
But
being sarcastic.
They would be okay.
Yeah, they'd be fine as he was fine.
Yeah.
Do
Quick
we wanna
census
do-
here. Have you guys seen Mud?
Yeah, I
Yes,
love
yeah.
Mud.
Not the whole thing.
I love Mud.
What's up with you
What
watching
about-
half movies?
Like I said,
Watch a
Tim, I'm
full
a very
movie,
busy
Danny.
man, Tim. Okay, like I
If
got
the
stuff I gotta
listeners
do.
need to know about the first half of a movie, just tweet Ty Spitulski and he'll fill you in on whatever you need to know.
The names of those young actors are escaping me, but I know
Ty Sheridan.
Ty Sheridan. Yeah,
He's
that's
playing young
Cyclops.
Cyclops. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Connection that we
Oh,
just
shit.
Connections, maybe.
we just
Think about it.
created
Wow.
this. There is
But
no connection.
imagine
The
Ty
Hound
Sheridan.
and the other lady is also in Game of
Rose.
Thrones. It's also an X-Men. Another connection.
What?
Boom.
Are you serious? Who?
Rory McCann.
No. Sansa Stark is in X-Men.
Oh,
She's playing young Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she is.
Oh, yeah,
So she's
I
also in
understand.
X-Men.
Exciting stuff.
But yeah, his acting was okay. It was okay. He didn't stand out like a shining star. Or
Sorry,
anything,
who's
but
acting?
Cody Smith McPhee. In
Oh,
Slow
okay.
But the
West.
thing,
I
it
thought you
wasn't,
meant,
it wasn't,
the
you
gentleman
know, it
who
wasn't
plays
as
the Hound.
amazing
It
as
was
you'd
okay.
want it to be
Don't know the name
from
of-
from a young actor who's
You know who
starring in
should've
this
got?
movie with someone like Fassbender.
Freddie Highmore. That kid
Okay.
can act. You guys seen him in
Tim, I don't know who
Bates
that is.
Motel?
Oh, that little
Charlie
shit.
talking back to
Yeah, I
that
know.
kid? Yeah.
Little
I know.
gangly
Brady's a
young
huge
kid.
fan.
Little gangly guy, yeah, he's fantastic.
He's gangly. If
All right,
you
let's get our scores on this movie.
you need
What
someone
would you
gangly.
think of this, Ty? What would you score this?
I think
movie?
the aptly named Slow West movie was somewhat slow. If we're going with the out of 10 rating, is that what we're going through?
I think we're on a 5.
5
Reels.
rating? 1 to 5, no halves?
No halves.
Can I just cut in real
Yeah.
quick? Maybe after everything, we'll go back and do a spoiler section for Slow West at the very end.
We can spoiler right after we rate this thing, because we haven't talked about what happens.
Well, I think that we should name them what they're going to be about. So if you haven't seen
Is there
Slow West,
something-
don't watch it.
Well, there's something I wanted to.
Or
touch
don't
on.
listen to it.
Yeah, we can do that. We can, rate movie now, and then we'll just be like, spoilers for Slow West, because we haven't mentioned what happens to any of the characters.
Is that cool?
All right, all right.
That's fair.
Because there's that great scene where someone gets left, and it's hilarious.
I'm going to give it a... spoilers.
That too.
I'm going to give it... I want to do halves. Can I do halves?
No halves.
No halves, eh?
You know what?
It's a
It's a
fine
free
line.
world.
It's-
You can do what you want.
No, I can't do it now. I'm going to have to give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Borderline
be
2. Borderline 2 out of
Giving it
5.
3 out of 5 as well.
So light 3 out of 5 from Ty.
Yeah.
Heavy 3 out of 5.
Heavy 3 out of 5 from Tim. Scott, you go. I will leave my rating until the end.
I gotta stick with the trend here, and I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 reels.
On the
Because-
higher end or lower end of 3?
higher end. You know,
Higher
I liked it.
Heavy 3.
I liked it. I
Heavy
liked
3 out of 5?
There's
Yeah.
a lot I liked about it, there's not much I didn't like about it. The first...
Actually, you know what? I changed that. It's a low 3.
Thank
it's
you.
a low 3.
It seemed
The first
it seemed
hour was a bit slow.
Yeah.
First hour was a bit...
Aptly.
It didn't aptly named
Aptly.
Slow West.
Until they hit the west, and then it sped up
And then-
pretty quick.
There you go.
Boom. Adam, we're dying to hear what it is.
I mean, you've been putting a lot of thought into
This
this.
is
Let's
crucial.
hear it.
I'm going to weigh in here.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
I know you guys are waiting on bated breath for me to hear my final rating.
Absolute
are.
suspense is killing me right now.
You could say I've put the slow in the Slow West rating.
This is very interesting for our listeners.
I'm going to go with a 3.
A 3, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Bucking the trend.
High 3 or low 3?
You know, if we had decimals, we could.
If we had halves, we wouldn't have this problem.
Guys, I'll walk out of this thing. If I hear
You,
one
this is your home.
fucking half. I don't care whose home it is. I will walk out.
Okay.
We're going light 3.
Light 3.
I
Didn't
liked it
blow
best,
me
eh?
away.
Yeah.
Didn't blow me away. But it was solid.
It was entertaining.
Worth a watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch.
If you're a
There's something-
Fassbender fan like me,
Yeah.
if he makes your dick bend fast as he makes mine, then I think you'll.
It's
like
definitely a movie I'd watch half of, for sure.
it. If you watch this
At least
alone,
half.
At least half.
If
Yeah, I think we
Tyler
found out
watches-
the new rating scale for movies.
Yeah.
Would you watch a half?
Would you watch at least half of this movie?
Would you not watch any? Would you watch half, or would you finish it?
Yeah.
What's the final?
There you go.
Oh my
Well,
god.
there's the scores. Locked, loaded. Don't like it? Twitter me at Franny25.
Is that
I'm not
There you
on.
go.
My Twitter account is lacking at the moment. I haven't used it in ages. But if you do need me, I am on Facebook. You can find me there.
Any other Switolskis out there? A few.
Well, there's
What about Tyler?
there's a Tyler Switolski in Utah, actually.
Oh, you really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was very surprised.
Very surprising.
I'm sure the listeners are as well.
Yeah, this is just riveting information. coming at you
Absolutely
guys right now.
shocked.
We're just gonna go into our whole family tree right now too. Or?
Well, we might as well. I got a photo here.
All right, spoiler talks now. Any moments for you guys that stood
Love
out
the
that-
scene where the German guy just dips in the middle of the night
Yeah.
and leaves
I
Policeman
loved it.
McPhee in his little skivvies in the
That
middle
guy-
of like the prairies.
He left.
He should have seen that coming.
I think
Yeah.
the guy was an idiot. Like he was given one egg. He was given, this was all he had, was this egg, until he picks it up, cracks it, and drops it on the floor.
What, like he's gonna open it up and like his clothes are gonna pop out and be like, oh, thank God, he gave me my clothes back.
No, he had one piece of food and he
He's not
wasted
much of a
it
survivalist.
and
Okay,
dropped
we'll
it
give
on
him
the
that.
floor.
We'll cut him a break there.
I don't know what you're trying to mimic right now.
Oh, I
but-
was just.
Are you getting a phone
No,
call,
I'm just
or-
coughing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask Scott a private question via text.
Yeah, maybe during a podcast
While
isn't the
you
best time
guys
for a
keep
private
talking.
Is this a
conversation.
sports related question?
No.
Why do I feel like you're lying to us?
Okay.
I have
Tim.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any scenes you like that guy, but okay, Ty. So you're next.
Okay, so I've got to say, one of my favorite scenes was when they were at the very beginning of the movie when he's standing there. The kid, what's the kid's name? Sorry,
Jay.
Jay
Jay.
is standing there. He gets ambushed by these three soldiers. Two of them run away, and the one guy's just pointing a gun at him. All of a sudden, Fassbender just comes out of nowhere.
Like a ninja.
Yeah.
They were in like a clearing in a forest. There's only two people there. How did you not?
Peripherals, no peripherals.
How did you not see him walk up beside you and pull a gun? From the angle that Jay was standing there, he can literally see the entire forest.
Yeah.
How did he miss the third person in this forest walking up to him? It killed me.
Nitpicking.
Killed me.
Have you guys
Nitpicking.
seen the poster for this movie?
No.
Oh my God, it's hilariously bad.
Wow.
Listeners,
generic
if you have a
or-
chance, look it up.
Spoiler
it is like
alert.
classic 1950s style western. Just
I
four
have
faces
have
in
seen that
squares.
actually.
I like
looks-
I like
it's,
it.
It's simple.
It's-
I think it's.
I don't know.
It looks vintage, like you
It
said.
does look very. It looks
I'll be
very
honest with you. I
vintage.
think I enjoyed the poster more than the movie
I
itself.
think it fits them. It
You're
fits
lying.
with the movie.
No, I'm not lying.
I gotta say, I love that scene where they're walking along and they see that tree that fell over on the
Yes.
skeleton.
Oh my fuck.
I mean, that was pretty awesome, right?
Again, like
I mean,
the quirk humor
Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
It's
It was
almost like,
surprisingly funny. Like
I
that
love
scene
that.
was like.
it reminded me of a parody of westerns almost, but not to the point where it's like embarrassing. It was like still good, but they kind of just little things
I
like
will-
that.
I will say the characters were a little bit cliche, though. I mean, like the Ben Mendelsohn character, the kind of,
Drunk.
yeah, the bad guy,
Yeah.
running the gang,
Clearly bad guy.
Who's got going after the bounty, and then Fassbender plays, the gunslinger
Rugged
guy.
guy.
I was on the
Rugged,
fence
golden
of
father.
Fassbender's character the entire time. I wasn't sure. I thought he was tying Jay to the tree so that he could go and shoot them.
Yeah.
I thought he was going like. Was that?
I like
were
that.
you guys thinking that? Like, is that what you're supposed to be thinking?
I liked
thought-
it.
I think that's probably what you're supposed to be thinking. I figured at that point he was for sure on Jay's side.
I honestly thought he was going to shoot them. I don't know.
I was kind of with Fassbender's character in this, where he said, you would have done something stupid, done something you would have regret, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he tied him to the tree because he knew he was going to do something stupid, basically.
Which he did.
Yeah.
He ended up getting shot.
Yeah.
And he
Spoilers!
caught an arrow, man. How impressive was
He
that?
did catch an arrow.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
did he
I love Mad
catch
Max.
the arrow?
It was coming at him, and
did
it
the
was,
arrow
and
penetrate
later
his
it was
hand?
in his hand. So I think you can qualify that.
By
as a catch.
definition.
That's a catch.
It
Yeah.
really was in
We'll
his
give it to
hand.
him.
Yeah. So
I love Fassbender's character just he was so like unbothered by things.
Yeah,
Right? Like
I agree with
Nonchalant.
Jay
I
gets
love
an arrow through his hand
Fassbender.
and Fassbender's like walks up, he's like, huh.
don't worry, we'll get you
Just like,
cleaned up.
We'll get you cleaned up.
Yeah.
Snaps it off, pulls it out. Great.
Was that luck? How the
catch.
two natives, they jumped on the horse, they
That was just luck.
it
yeah,
hit the
he
tree,
just
like
had
that was
clothes.
just pure luck.
Yeah.
Oh, when that
That cracked me up, though.
one Idjin bounced off the tree. Oh yeah, that
I
was
swear to
sick.
God, Adam.
It's Native American.
I love.
Careful.
No,
there.
Fassbender calls them. I'm keeping
Oh,
in
okay,
character with
it's a
Fast
quote?
Oh, you have to excuse us. We
He's
thought you were
quoting.
being racist.
No,
You
I don't know what premise we'd have had to have thought that, but
no, neither do I. I love Fassbender. Like his
Gypsies.
character is incredible. Like he was so. I loved his intro. Like I could suspend my disbelief that he popped up out of nowhere, whatever. Like
He
during
did,
his intro
yeah.
scene with the bandana.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he was just so badass. Like I got that feeling like, oh fuck, when he put
you didn't
the gun-
even care that he just
No,
he came out of nowhere because
it
it
didn't
was
really
so
bother me.
yeah.
It was like a Batman moment. Like you don't say like how did Batman sneak up behind the guy. You're just like amazed that he stealth knocks.
Well,
him
usually
out.
whenever Batman shows, like they're all pretty distracted. There's something going on. There was just
The
two
guy was
guys in the
distracted.
middle of a clear cut forest.
He was clearly distracted by Cody Smith McPhee.
Well, yeah, but he
His
was
eyes
looking
are very
right at
perplexing.
him though. You know.
Yeah.
I know this may be an unpopular thing to say, but he did remind me a little bit of Clint Eastwood. I know it's a western, it's cliche.
It's hard
but-
not to.
I mean, he's
He
got,
really,
he,
like-
he echoed like a lot of his
You get a
know,
white
Man with no
male
name
in
How
a
dare
western
you, Scott?
kind
How
of thing. He had
fucking
the cigar in his
Yeah, he
mouth, you know,
did.
the
Yeah,
classic
constantly.
look.
He was very Clint Eastwood.
I did
I
love his
mean-
reaction when he walked out of the bar area or that little like store,
The trading post.
and we saw the two kids there, and the four of us were like, "Shit!" And Michael Fassbender is like, "Shit!" It was just like an honest reaction. Like, that's what I would be if I just.
I was getting an Indiana Jones vibe. It's funny you say Clint Eastwood. I was thinking, if Disney is doing an Indiana Jones film ever, he could be a consideration. Like,
I'm gonna say Chris Pratt all the way for that.
Chris Pratt or Bradley Cooper would be ideal for that.
See, I didn't even consider
You
Bradley
guys didn't
Cooper.
get
but
it.
he was-
Fassbender?
that
he was so
that's
grumpy.
not a bad
He-
choice.
no, but
though.
I don't see him as funny though.
Yeah, he was pretty grumpy.
I think
I
he's
imagine
funny.
Chris Pratt. 'Cause he's strong. He's a good character,
I
but
don't-
he's also kind of goofy.
I don't think Indiana Jones is goofy.
You don't think? No, I think
No.
he's definitely got a goofy side to
No,
him.
I think he's grumpy and like
He's got
unintentionally
humor, but-
funny. I think Fassbender showed perfectly like unintentional humor when what you just said when he walks out and sees those two kids. Shit, that's
I don't see it as that. I see him. I see it
That's
as
The
right.
more.
thing that makes Indiana Jones' character is the fact that he does these things that are incredible, but he's also afraid at
Comical.
the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, he's
just kind of
afraid.
like he's almost
He's
like a
jumping
Mr.
over the
Magoo. He
snakes.
just kind of like falls into things a
Jumping
lot.
over a pit of whatever or
Yeah.
snakes, and he's scared. He's genuinely
doesn't
scared.
want to be doing it.
yeah.
Scared shitless, but he does it anyways, and that's what makes Indiana Jones' character. So I think if they can infuse that into the next Indiana Jones,
Oh,
and
yeah.
sort of do the same thing, keep the spirit of the character. I don't care who they pick.
I know everyone says Chris Pratt and I'd be okay.
He looks
with
the
it.
most perfect for it.
He does. I
like
don't know if he can
Bradley
be
Cooper
grumpy.
too,
Bradley
though.
Cooper's a really good choice.
I think
I've heard
Chris
his name.
Pratt's too likable.
My problem is
Indiana Jones is a grump. He doesn't want to be doing these things. He
I
doesn't
want-
want to save
It's like
the
Harrison
world.
Ford not wanting to act.
Exactly.
Just grumpy on set the whole time.
It's a perfect fit.
It's
Yeah.
a perfect
I mean, he probably
fit.
should have been Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
Like Tom
Harrison
Hardy
Ford,
in
oh,
Mad
sure,
Max.
yeah.
Oh wait, he was.
Oh yeah, he'd been perfect for that role.
Like even Tom Hardy in Mad Max, how he's begrudgingly going through this desert.
He's like, fine.
He's like so much grunts and stuff. Like bringing these bitches with me. Fuck. Like that's to me Indiana Jones, not like a wisecracking Chris Pratt.
Oh, see, I don't. My thing is, I don't want Chris Pratt to get it just because I keep using this statement, but I don't want him to get it because he's the new Mr. Sex, because that's what he is. All these new movies that he's doing, he's
Mr.
becoming the new hottest thing.
And I don't
right?
think people give Chris Pratt enough
They don't.
credit to be an actual actor. A lot of people probably just expect him. Oh, he's just going to do Star-Lord
Yeah.
You guys
in
think,
Indiana Jones. But I think he's actually a better actor than people credit.
Oh,
him.
for
do
sure.
you think he phoned
And
it in on Jurassic World?
See, I think they could have gotten somebody. They could have gotten another actor to do that. They didn't let him be him.
I don't think they gave him much to work with.
No.
Would it have been as good though in the box office? Sorry,
No.
Would it have done as good without Chris Pratt though?
You know what?
I think he helped the new generation see it.
Mhm.
Everyone who's like our age or older would have seen it just out of pure nostalgia.
yeah.
I'll put it
That's fair.
I think you could like if Guardians had not come out, like would it be as good without Guardians? I think you should say.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
well-
his kind of coming out party.
Yeah,
That was his break. That was
showing
his
that he
breakout
could-
movie
he could
role.
star
That was
in
his Hollywood
a lead
role,
movie.
yeah.
Like no Guardians, I think Jurassic World does mediocrely, which is fitting. 'Cause it's a mediocre movie, and like, but you insert Guardians being such a shockingly good surprise with Chris Pratt being like the heart and soul. I think soccer moms and children that love Guardians obviously flooded to see this movie.
Yeah.
All the more reason for Disney to get Chris Pratt back to do
For
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
it's
I want
gonna
him
make
to,
money.
I want him to do it because he will. In my opinion, he'd be best for the role. but not because
I think
He's a
he'd be
good
good for
fit, too.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not
Good fit,
saying
too.
I don't want him
think
to.
he'd be
Yeah,
good.
I don't want him to do it just because again he's the new hottest thing.
Yeah, and you don't want to get that feeling where studios are shoving him down your throat
Yeah.
like, this is your new star. You
Yeah, or
must
he's
love
gonna be
him.
he's gonna be in the next 5 box office hits.
You don't want a Channing Tatum, Taylor Kish situation.
Oh,
Jai Courtney.
Jai Courtney
Let's not forget
situation.
brutal.
Channing Tatum's actually pretty good now, but anyway.
Oh,
Alright,
really?
guys.
You've turned the...
I've turned around. Foxcatcher, he impressed the shit out of me.
All right, guys. Let's move on to some of our news topics. We're going to talk about a couple new things that came out this week. A few trailers actually. First one let's talk about that everyone's talking about is Creed. I mean, I gotta say, I saw the Creed trailer and I was like, I'm not a huge Rocky fan. It was a little bit before our generation, you know, those movies, but I enjoyed them for what
I
they
think
were.
they're cult classics.
Have you
know?
seen
They
them
are.
all?
They are. I haven't seen the last two, I don't think. But
I think you could remove cult from
I've
that.
seen the
You
first
don't think
one.
so? I think they were.
I think you
I've
could
seen the
remove
first three.
The
Yeah.
word cult, like they're just a classic.
There's
Like, the
6
first
of them,
one
right?
is a classic.
the first one is definitely a
There's
classic.
6 or 5? There's 4
There's
originals and
Rocky
then
5
they did a
and then
couple...
there was Rocky Balboa. I
Okay.
could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
I've seen the first
Okay,
three
well-
though, and
Guys, let me just get this out here. I've never seen a Rocky movie.
Really?
wow.
The amount of shit you give me for not seeing movies. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this.
But I genuinely enjoyed that
Am I
trailer.
right?
I'm actually excited.
The
I
Creed trailer is
didn't
very
think-
good. Yes.
I
This
didn't
is the
think I
first
would
and
be
last time
excited.
I'll ever be on this podcast.
Yeah.
I guess. So,
Adam?
again, at Franny25, you guys ever want to hear from
There's the door.
me? Kicking me out of my own home.
Yes. So I did enjoy the trailer, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't know it was that it was like it was branching off of Rocky until about halfway through the trailer when they actually showed Rocky.
Rocky.
Really?
And then every scene from that they showed it was Rocky was in it. So I was confused as to whether or not it was just he's doing a cameo or is like he's like because every
I
scene
think-
after that
I think
it
it's
was
going
all
to be
him.
a Creed. I think it's going to be about Creed.
I think he's
it's going to be
passing
about
the
him.
torch here. Or?
I think he's just
Yeah.
he's going to be a supporting. He's going to be
I
supporting.
think it'd be like... Yeah, he's going to be a supporting character for sure.
for sure.
Do you guys like Michael B. Jordan?
No.
Have you seen a lot of his
Love him.
stuff?
I've only seen his.
Not surprised.
I watched half of 42. No, I'm joking.
He's only in 42.
No, I watched. Was that?
Well, no, they
That's Chadwick Boseman.
all
by
look
the way.
alike, right?
That's not him.
No.
No,
Oh, this is awkward.
this is awkward, guys.
Michael D.
But the
Borden.
podcast know that I was
Jordan.
mistaken,
Michael G. Borden.
and I
Michael G.
confused.
Borden,
Borden.
your Human Torch.
Oh,
That's another black man who's playing
What did
Marvel
you
character.
think?
I don't wanna
Tim,
get
what did
started
you
on
think of the
that.
trailer?
I love the trailer. I've only seen the first Rocky. I'll be seeing this movie at least for sure.
you've only seen the first Rocky.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Huge
seen
Michael
Fruitvale
B.
Station though?
Yes.
What is it?
Same director
Loved
as for Fruitvale
Loved it.
Michael B. Jordan. That's kind of what got him that Oscar buzz last season or last year.
The director of Creed,
Exactly.
director
and
of Fruitvale Station.
What you
The
can definitely
version
see.
came out last year, 2 years ago. It's the real life story of a guy who was shot at a subway station, Fruitvale Station, by police officers. And it's pretty much his last day.
Spoiler
Leading up to
alert.
that.
Am I right?
A little bit of spoil. I mean, it happened in real life, so
Yeah, it's your fault if you don't know that.
And this is the news.
Really good
We're
movie.
talking about the news
Great
now.
movie, great performance by
That's
Michael
right,
B. Jordan.
Ryan
listeners. Tim
Coogler,
says,
the
fuck
director-
you if you don't know that.
Yeah. Also,
I agree, fuck you.
The Wire. He was in The Wire, if you guys haven't seen The Wire.
Yeah, classic The Wire stunt casting.
but Coogler though, the director, who came pretty much just out of film school to direct Fruitvale Station, now he's doing Creed.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty amazing, and
Yeah.
you can
That's
really
a pretty big jump right there.
That
He's
is.
got big shoes to fill here.
That is, but it looks great, and it's got the Fruitvale. If you ever see Fruitvale Station,
I haven't.
you can see the influence.
add
You
it
can
to the
see how
queue.
similar
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
is.
add to my list of 1,000 movies that Franny
You
is
should
gonna make.
definitely
Add it
watch
to your list, my
Yeah.
friend. It's
a growing
What
list.
Michael B. Jordan is fan-fucking-tastic.
Well, we'll see
You
if
excited for
Fantastic
Creed?
Four, and we'll see.
We'll see how fantastic
Yeah.
he is.
So you're excited for Creed? You like the trailer?
I'm excited. Again, I've literally never seen a Rocky film in my
I think
life.
you definitely have to see the other Rockies first.
I will watch the first one. I will
Because
not
Creed is
watch
such
the
a character.
others.
Creed is such a big character. in
Apollo
those.
Creed, yeah.
Which one is he in? Apollo
He's in
Creed.
4 of them?
I think he's in
All
the, yeah.
4 of them.
Well, there's 6 of them.
All 6.
No,
he's
he's
in,
in
he's in
4.
4 of them at least,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'll watch the first one only.
No, you
If
can't
that.
do that. No, because there's like
I'm not watching them all. I guarantee, like, the first one's the only good one.
the third one was damn good.
Okay.
The third one with the
All right,
Russian guy?
wait until you see it.
I literally don't know what
I
I'm
will-
talking
I will
about.
break
So.
you.
So consensus on the Creed trailers, we're pretty excited.
Yes.
I love it.
Next trailer we got is the Steve Jobs trailer, which I don't know if you guys have actually seen it. Have you guys seen it yet?
I have not.
I've
you
seen
guys
it. Yes.
No,
Fassbender.
I've seen the teaser. I haven't seen.
They have
the
the
latest
trailer
the
now. There's a
new
lot
trailer.
more
The new one
Fassbender
dropped?
in it. Yeah.
So what did you think of it, Tim? Does it make you want to see another Steve Jobs movie?
Well, the first one.
I mean, I never saw the first
Never
one,
saw
with
it
Ashton
either.
Kutcher, but
I think Ashton. I didn't see it, but when I saw Ashton Kutcher, like they did like a split face kind of thing.
Oh yeah, he looked identical to young Steve
Phenomenal.
Jobs. He just happened to look like him.
Yeah.
Fassbender, not much resemblance there, but he looks pretty solid in it, which I'm not surprised by. But the movie overall, no. Probably won't be rushing out to see it.
really.
Really?
I think he's got the Steve Jobs like mannerisms. I
Yeah.
think he's got his kind of sense. I think he's got that down.
I've never been blown away by the
What?
whole Steve Jobs
Yeah.
Or,
grab. It's never been.
I have no interest in this
Yeah.
subject matter at all. Really.
He was a genius, great, very
if
innovative.
it gets awesome reviews,
Great,
I'll probably
but-
end up seeing it. Or if we're still doing the podcast, I'll probably just see it so we can talk about it. But
Yeah.
no, I'm not
Not-
really,
not on my
really
top
excited
list
about
there.
it.
Adam, what do you think?
I didn't see the newest trailer. Okay, where did I begin? I love Michael Fassbender. So I'm pretty much at the point where I'd blindly see like anything he does. I think.
Written
Okay,
by
at this point?
Sorkin, though. I mean,
I was gonna say written by Aaron Sorkin. You could argue greatest screenplay writer or dialogue writer, like social
Dialogue's pretty solid overall.
It's on
Yeah.
point.
social network writer.
Social-
A guy I've just recently gotten into, Danny Boyle directing.
yeah.
28 Days Later, horror classic
Mhm.
for me. Sunshine, sci-fi, like probably one of the better sci-fi
Did he do
films.
Slumdog?
You did
Slumdog
Slumdog.
Millionaire,
Slumdog
Best
Millionaire,
Picture
yeah.
winner. I mean, Danny Boyle's no slouch, so like I love the team. Kind of agree with you guys. I don't really like. I don't know. I'm not riveted by Steve Jobs. In general,
I think I was more excited when it was a Sorkin written film with David Fincher directing.
With Christian Bale
Christian
or
Bale lead.
one of
It
the
is-
other roulette wheel of actors who were in the lead
A-listers.
role. I mean,
Yeah.
they went through a big wheel of different actors.
it's
but-
still Sorkin's script though.
Still Sorkin script, yeah.
Same script, I
Oh.
assume, right?
I would
we
assume
don't.
so, yeah.
Now, have you guys heard what the script did like?
I know the script's
consists of?
structured around like the
The
presentations,
the keynote speeches
yes,
that he gave.
Yeah.
and the kind of the behind the scenes.
I think
and
it's
everything.
the iPhone, iPad, and one other
Probably the
one.
iPod.
iPod.
So that was
Oh,
already-
the
iPod.
iPod, definitely, yeah.
iMac,
iPhone, iPod, iPad, I think.
Yeah.
Or something.
whatever.
All
the I's.
Whatever the fuck, I don't care. Point
I
is,
saw the last one. I saw the teaser and I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm not that impressed. I mean, didn't get me that excited, but the latest trailer I actually really enjoyed. It kind of went a little bit more into his character a little bit,
Mhm.
and it's kind of interesting to see kind of behind the scenes of Steve Jobs, because you only ever see he's just like when you see him in those speeches. He's like a happy guy. He doesn't seem that intense.
Yeah, he does seem like a real dick in the trailer.
But when you actually, I'm kind of interested to see how he actually was, because you hear these stories of how big of a dick he was
Yeah.
to everyone in Apple, and
Well,
how
man.
hard of a
Fassbender
boss he
playing
was.
him, big dick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Huge, just massive cock.
just
they have that in common.
Yeah.
there's that. So it made me a little bit more excited, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would rush out, see it opening night or anything, but
If it's in,
I mean, you're not going midnight showing for
No.
Steve Jobs?
no,
IMAX 3D midnight. No.
No,
probably
IMAX 3D.
probably
if,
not.
If it's in the heat of Oscar season and it's getting buzz, I'll be forced to see it for sure.
That's
I always
true,
like
yeah.
to keep up with my Oscar potential movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. And look, yeah, I don't know. I would say I'm excited.
I
So
still have faith with the people involved, even though the whole, all the things that happen behind the scenes with the switches of everyone. It's still the team behind it.
The
Still
team
makes
they ended
me,
up getting was...
makes me a little
was
bit
good.
excited still. So we'll see how it goes.
What do you guys think about casting Seth Rogen?
oh, as
Steve
Wozniak.
Wozniak,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a
Inspired
chance for
choice.
Rogan to kind of act a bit more, but based on the trailer, he's just kind of doing
how
the
is he?
same
He's just-
thing.
Same thing over and over again.
Come on, Steve, let's go. We gotta make the iPod. Fuck. Does he sound like? Does he sound like that?
Identical.
That was actually really good.
That was verbatim from the
Wow.
trailer.
You pretty much nailed that. I mean, you could have been in it. I mean,
I'm in. I love me some Sethy. So
all right. The next trailer that dropped was, I mean, I saw it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but London Has Fallen. Did you guys see Olympus Has Fallen?
I actually just heard about this. I was just on IMDb and I was
No,
going through and it said
haven't.
London Has Fallen. It was like the trailers to watch that had just dropped. I'm assuming it reminded me of Olympus Has Fallen. Is that what it has?
Yeah, it's a sequel. So basically, it's the President of the United States saving the world again with Gerard Butler. I mean,
Jeez.
I don't know. I don't even know why it needed a sequel. Not impressed.
Title makes no sense.
Not
Scott
impressed.
is literally speechless.
Yeah, it's not good. You guys excited for this movie? I'm
No.
definitely not.
This might shock you. I haven't seen the trailer.
I haven't seen the first one.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the first one. Don't give a fuck.
All right, moving on now.
Moving on.
Fuck that movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting little bit of tidbit here, which I know you have probably a little bit more information about some of the Batman versus Superman information, and we got a few pics of Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman. What did you guys think of the pics? And also Lex Luthor.
He's
Now,
got
let's
hair,
talk
which
about
really
the
threw
flow.
me off.
Okay,
Let's talk about the flow.
Yeah.
Here we go, listeners. Hot button topic: Batman v Superman. You've all been waiting to get our input on it. Let's go at it.
They have literally never listened to us
couple
ever.
hungry lions going after a steak. I know this is on the internet. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of hatred for this flick. So, I mean, what do you guys think? What are you guys getting into?
Well, you guys know my feelings on DC already.
I think I've said this a few times. DC seems to take one step forward and then like 3 steps back every time they release information.
Yeah,
Right.
the marketing team is like shooting itself in the foot. Like they've got a fully loaded Magnum, and they're just
I didn't
shakily
hate it, though.
trying to
I like the pics. I mean,
shoot.
The Bruce Wayne
No.
and
it was
It's
they
No,
look good. I mean, there's nothing spoiling at all. It's just
yeah.
Bruce Wayne and Wonder Woman just having a little dance. Maybe who knows? Maybe that's when they first meet.
I'm saying in general, the marketing has, like you said, has been screwy. But these pics, I liked.
You like the pics?
I like 2 of the 3. I like the one where Superman and Batman are heading off, a la Dark Knight Returns, in the bat mech armor with the glowing eyes in the rain.
Mhm.
Classic.
I like the Batman and what's her name? Diane something.
Diana Prince. I think.
Princess Diana.
No.
No, I don't think that's it.
Wonder Woman.
Prince is.
Why do we know this?
Diana Prince. Diana Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Gal Gadot. In other
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
There's I don't know. He looks like fucking Bruce Wayne that I pictured in my head as a child. I
He's
don't
a
know.
great. Yeah, I think he's gonna
He
be a
looks
great
really
Bruce
good as
Wayne.
Bruce
He
Wayne.
looks good.
Like,
Honestly-
I don't know. I think Christian Bale's a great actor, better actor than Ben Affleck. But growing up, when I picture Bruce Wayne, I see Ben Affleck more than I
what
see
we see,
Christian
what
Bale.
we see right now in these pics. That's kind of.
That's what I see.
that's
I
what
didn't
like.
ever imagine him as Bruce Wayne until I saw, like, as soon as they announced it, somebody found a comic book photo of Bruce Wayne sitting in a leather chair with a suit. He was
I
just-
remember. Yeah.
And then they posted a picture like of Ben Affleck doing the exact same thing,
Yeah.
and they put them side by side, and it was identical. And I didn't actually start like recognizing him as Bruce Wayne until I saw that photo. Like I was just like, wow, okay, now I can see it.
Yeah, just to clarify, I didn't mean growing up. I literally thought of Ben Affleck. when I thought Batman, I thought of Ben Affleck.
Imagine Minnie
I just
Fanny.
went so-
That kind of face, that chin.
That chin is
That
what I'm
chin,
saying.
let's be
Butt
honest.
chin, the kind of like
Dem chins though.
dark skin, slick hair, whatever. He looks.
He's a little bit. He's buffer. I mean, Christian
He's
Bale got
gotta
buff,
be big for this.
He's massive.
but Ben Affleck.
He's like a
Christian Bale
huge.
got big.
He's like a brick fucking
When they
house.
were
he got huge.
marketing Gone Girl,
Yeah.
the costume designer came out during like the press for it and was like, I've had to ask him to stop putting on like muscle for
Right. I remember, I
Batman
read
v
that.
Superman because keeps like
You're looking
at
at
his
ripping all of the costumes.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah.
He like
and, like,
flexes and like the thing is.
That's it.
and I know. I know.
It happened again.
New shirt.
Shirt. I know David Fincher said the same thing. Basically, like, you're supposed to be a bloated, like, author schlub.
Yeah.
And you're getting fucking
Ripped.
jacked. So, cool it, bud.
The Jesse Eisenberg flow, though.
Okay.
The Lex Luthor flow.
Now, here we go. Let's really
Let's get into that.
get into this one. You'll notice I said I like 2 of the picks.
Mm-hmm.
This third one of Jesse Eisenberg looking like Kurt Cobain. What the fuck?
He does.
Yeah.
What the actual
pretty
fuck?
accurate.
Yeah, it's
is
not
that
good.
hair?
It's not
Now,
good.
I actually saw a comparison from I don't know exactly what edition it was, but it was from a Superman comic of Lex Luthor during a certain time period that someone wrote that they apparently took as influence from, and it was Lex Luthor with long flowy hair.
So they picked the one
So-
that no one's ever
So
seen.
there was
and based
a
their
version of
character
Lex
off of
Luthor
that.
with that hair. So I still think by the end of the movie, or maybe by the time you get to the next Superman standalone movie,
Yeah.
he's gonna have the shaved head. He's gonna have the head that we know and love.
See, my problem is that I keep seeing Jesse Eisenberg in these movies, and he plays like a very similar character.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He's always like a
The-
nerd.
Yeah, nerdy, quick wit,
monotone.
kind of.
You're saying he's
Antisocial.
monotone, quiet, loner, fast-talking, stuttering nerd in every single movie?
I'd say it's
A
pretty-
lot of them. Yes.
Yeah,
Very accurate. Yeah.
and so
You're right.
yeah. So what I'm saying, like, I can't picture that as Lex Luthor. Like, they're like, he must have gone into this audition and done something
He must have killed
totally
himself, yeah.
different, because
Shook the
I
room.
can't imagine this.
You think he auditioned?
Oh, for sure. It's such a huge
Really?
character. How could they possibly go?
Could
with
he pull a
Jesse
Heath Ledger
Eisenberg?
and just blow us away and with something that we wouldn't expect?
Well,
That he'll end up blowing himself
I've read a
away.
lot of.
Away.
I've read.
I feel like that was borderline. inappropriate.
Borderline.
Too soon.
I've read a lot on.
You've literally,
this.
I think you've offended every race on this podcast.
No, I've read a lot on Eisenberg preparing for the role. He keeps going back to this thing he keeps saying is like Chris Terrio, who Affleck brought in to rewrite the script. Right, he came in, brought him in to punch it up. His Argo screenwriter.
Mhm.
He keeps saying that Terrio's like written him like a human being, like an actual character. Like Eisenberg's been very open that he doesn't like comic book movies, thinks they're ridiculous, whatever.
It's a good thing they got him then.
It's perfect, yes. And
You're saying like having the characters be like super black and white, like super evil, like if someone else would have written Lex Luthor as being like this maniacal, like tyrant kind of thing.
yeah, exactly.
With like no morals, but you're saying that he wrote it as there's a bit of a gray area there, I guess.
And I know like Eisenberg, obviously an actor is gonna say the movie he's about to be in is well written. I'm
Of
not
course.
stupid,
Yeah.
but just the way he was saying it seemed genuine. Like he's written like a human. Like he's got shades of gray to his
Like someone in Game of
personality.
Thrones.
Like someone in Game of Thrones. He's an onion, to make a Shrek reference. There's layers. Dom. There is layers.
Sweet reference,
Not like
bro.
a cake, more like an onion.
Your references are on point.
And yeah, I think he was nominated for an Academy Award for Social Network. Like the guy's not a bad actor.
He's a great actor. Yeah, he's awesome. In,
Yeah,
like,
but he's
The Squid and
typecast,
the
though,
Whale.
right? Like,
He is
he's
okay.
typecast.
Good word.
So
There's a
thanks.
Jesse
He hasn't
Eisenberg type.
diversified enough.
And
really.
so that's
So
Just
is this
types
the
of
movie that's
roles.
going to break that role, the cast?
I don't think so.
like
I don't think it will.
this is a huge character. There's no way that they just went to Jesse Eisenberg is like we need you.
Well, he can't be worse than Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor.
Great actor. Fucking terrible in that film.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance. Let's be honest.
He was chewing on the scenery. Eisenberg, though, like in Social Network, he did play a maniacal genius, you could say.
Yeah, but he
That
did
is Lex
he
Luthor.
did it as that. He did it like with that
Zuckerberg?
character persona. He had that attitude that we all know and identify as a Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
So
So
he
like,
had a little bit of
that is Lex
swagger
Luthor,
in the
though.
Social Network. Like he was better than everyone
He's
else.
like sure of himself.
He was one
Yeah.
step ahead of everyone else, which I think is perfect for Lex Luthor.
you guys are describing Lex Luthor.
I mean,
oh yeah,
it's-
but then it's also that, but Jesse Eisenberg. So to me, it's not. I mean,
you're not going to see Lex Luthor. You're going to see Jesse.
I'm gonna see
Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg,
Yeah, okay.
and
that's
so
fair.
I think that's.
Well, I think that's what they said about Batman.
That is true.
That I
Yeah,
only will see Ben Affleck. I won't see Batman.
yeah, that's true.
Which could be the case, right?
Yeah,
That seems to be DC's thing, very on the nose. Like,
Yeah,
they're just like,
they go right.
whoever looks the most like the comic,
Yeah.
like whoever you would think of, like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Do we have any more Batman v Superman news? Or
there's been
There's a great one, which is
Let's-
during Man of Steel, where Superman leveled half of Metropolis. Affleck has confirmed that one of the buildings that got toppled was some of the Bruce Wayne
Wayne Enterprise
Wayne
building.
Enterprise building. So like, Superman has murdered Wayne Enterprise
Employees. Wow. That's pretty awesome. So it's a
Not-
little bit of basis on
Yeah.
how they maybe they're
So it looks like the rumors that
conflict
Lex
started.
Luthor and Bruce Wayne team up kind of to like rebuild Metropolis could be true.
So again, I'll say
like
this.
that.
I'm not a huge DC fan, but I've got to ask about this. To me, I thought the point of the movie was that it's Bruce Wayne. He's going against Superman just because of what he's done to the city. You know, like Bruce Wayne spent all of this time building the city and making it what it was,
Exactly. Yeah.
and
Protecting
then
the city.
and Superman destroyed it.
Yeah.
But
Although this is Metropolis, not Gotham.
exactly, Batman lives in Gotham City. Superman's
Separate.
in Metropolis.
Two separate cities.
So where is this?
It's in Metropolis.
It's in Metropolis.
but you
But
can
what you're saying is that there was a Wayne Enterprises
the
building or headquarters
it
or
wasn't
some
the
type of
Wayne
no,
building.
but
Enterprise
it's just
building
like
we
a
know.
Wayne
It
Enterprise
was
building
an
Okay.
affiliate
I
Wayne
got you.
Enterprise building
that
I
got
guess.
demolished.
But why would he? Okay, so he's not so much angry about the city.
No, he's
it's
just angry that
The,
Superman just recklessly.
destroyed his.
Reckless.
Fought.
Yeah, some alien just came in and just.
It was pretty reckless. Did you see
I
the
mean,
scenery? Like it was
yeah,
destroyed.
Did he need to destroy those buildings? I'm not so sure.
I don't know. It looked like fun, so I probably would have done it.
Yeah.
It did look like he was in blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, well, not literally right now, but like going back to the pictures of Affleck and Godot
Yeah.
dancing, or Godot.
Mhm.
Is it Godot or Godot?
I was just gonna say Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna go. With
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
So Affleck was doing a string of interviews, as was Snyder this week, part of all this news coming out, right? And he said that they tried to, Mr. Switolsky here will like this one. They tried to do a Bond-esque scene,
Ooh.
sexy kind of.
I could see that.
He said they're
Shaken,
playing.
not stirred, kind of like.
They're playing a
Walking up
mental
the bar.
game of chess because apparently Wonder Woman knows Batman's identity. Well, sorry,
Bruce
Diana
Wayne's.
Prince knows Bruce Wayne's superhero identity, and he knows her
Her.
identity, that she's actually
Oh.
Wonder Woman, but they don't know that each other knows. So they're
Oh.
having this sexy
Wow.
dance thing, and they're I guess going back and forth
I'm
trying
not
to
gonna
get-
lie. That's,
I like that. I
That's
like the
intriguing
sounds of
me.
that,
Yeah.
Right? I was very intrigued when I read that.
As a Bond fan, how do you feel about that, Tyler?
You know what? If
Bit
they
of a
can,
Bond hint at
if
you?
Any
they
Bond
can,
references, Tyler's on board with.
yeah, if they can pull it off, I'm on board for it. It
Ideally,
sounds-
he would like a James Bond crossover with any film series.
Oh, you know what? I might have to disagree with you on that. I feel like I'm a bit
You're
of a
liar,
purist,
so
Tim.
You're a liar.
Oh, we realize you're a bit of a purist.
Are we gonna have to talk? Just to throw this in there. Are we gonna have to talk about the possible James Bond
Oh.
replacements? I mean, are we gonna throw that in there?
We'll
I
throw
mean,
I
this
think we
in.
can bring that in.
I feel like
today, or do you guys want to bring up for another?
I feel like we
future
should
That
say
might
that
be
for
a
another
podcast
day.
on its own.
Maybe we can do that
Because I
closer
could
to
talk
when
about that
Spectre
for
comes
we
out.
could we could talk for at least half an hour
At
about the
least.
possible
Let's-
actors to replace Daniel.
Let's table
Craig
it
as
until
James
Spectre comes
Bond.
out.
Yeah.
I have,
Follow
a,
up with that at that point.
I have a couple more Batman.
Yes.
Batman. Let's
Yeah,
get
man.
back on topic here. Batman v Superman.
So apparently Zack Snyder said that he originally pitched the after credit scene for Man of Steel. Like there isn't one, but he had pitched one to the producers Goyer and Nolan. Also co-wrote it with him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Pitched the idea that it would end with it would end with a box of kryptonite being delivered by via truck to Wayne Manor, and Bruce Wayne collecting said kryptonite.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What do you guys think?
So-
and apparently he was kidding
Interesting
or
idea.
something.
Terrible. Be hilarious. See Alfred.
What is this?
Thank you,
Green
sir.
balloon.
Master Bruce.
Master Bruce, your package has
Your
arrived.
package has arrived. Excellent,
Interesting.
Alfred.
Do you think
Bring
that
it
was a
down to the
possible
Batcave,
hint?
please.
Yeah.
So you're saying that wasn't he was joking, or that was actually
He said
Was
he
that a hint?
explained it as a joke. I don't know why they didn't.
because I could see that as Lex Luthor maybe helping out Bruce trying to fight back.
Well, we
against
saw those
Superman.
Lex Luthor trucks in Man of Steel, so I don't know if it would have been delivered from a Lex Luthor truck.
Interesting.
Very
Actually.
interesting.
Affleck also says that gives a little hint as to what he'll sound like. Hot button topic.
You saw an Instagram photo with his kid?
I did see that. It's not. what
Sounded
I'm
a
talking
lot
about.
like him. just saying I'm Batman.
Yeah, I think that was a reach.
It's a lot like in my impressions.
There's an Instagram video.
It's his voice.
Tim,
We'll
your
get to your
impressions.
impressions later, you son of a bitch.
There's an upcoming segment known as Tim's Bits. It's gonna be Tim's impressions.
It's coming, all right.
Yeah, you wait. It's a gem.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to try to make his Batman sound as much like a psychopath as possible, which I like the sense of that. I got a quote here from memory, of course.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's on the verge of being swallowed up by the anger and the rage that we see haunting this character and the other manifestations. But this guy's further down the line and has become more embittered and cynical.
Wow.
I like that. I think that's perfect.
I like the sound
An
of that.
older Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Who's
Had
seen
to
a lot
deal
of
with
things.
this for so long.
On the
Bruce
verge of
Wayne's
being
seen shit.
swallowed.
Seen some serious
Yeah.
shit.
On the verge of being swallowed by anger and rage.
That's
That's fucking perfect.
yeah.
I love that.
That's
Now,
beautiful.
here's my question for you guys. Do you feel
There we
like
go.
the other DC movies are going to tie in well with the world they've already created? Like, the Suicide Squad feels like a whole different universe
Or
than...
if we're done with Batman vs Superman, we can go into Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's move on to
sure.
Suicide
I wanna
Squad.
jump right
That
into
movie, from what I can tell from, like, just
Good
photos I've
segue,
seen,
Tim.
from the photos I've seen and stuff,
I'm
doesn't
not
seem
impressed.
to be gelling with the rest of the DC world that no one is really helming.
I mean,
They're
we
just
gotta
kinda-
mention that Suicide Squad class photo. That
Real-
I mean, how does that fit in?
If by class you
I
mean the
mean,
Harley Quinn 15-year-old girl.
Killer
yeah.
Croc. I mean, Harley Quinn. You know, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. I mean, that's pretty much perfect casting. I think.
Good
Yeah.
casting,
Did
but
you
it's
see
just
how-
the
You
costume
see how she
design
looks
is
though?
brutal.
She looks like a 15-year-old scene punk
But-
with daddy issues.
But apparently,
Literally
they're gonna have a
says
lot of different.
Daddy's little psycho
Thank
on her
you.
shirt.
They're gonna have a
It's
lot
so
of different costume
calculated.
changes. You're gonna see her in a lot of different outfits. Apparently,
Not yet.
Yeah,
We've
but
seen
if this is
one.
what they're
No, apparently there are going to be a bunch of costume changes. So
if this is what
Apparently,
they're
we
They're-
haven't seen all the twists and turns in that movie either, but I guarantee you, nothing else exciting is gonna happen.
The
I mean,
new-
but the other guys just look. I don't know, like Killer Croc. I mean, whoa.
They're
what
just all
happened
wearing
there?
like black
It's,
leather.
they just look like they're just
I mean,
like a bunch of mercenaries.
little
bit
There's
generic.
nothing crazy to them.
yeah.
I'm interested to see how Will Smith will do though.
I think he's
I think he
gonna
would
do,
be decent in it.
Yeah,
actually.
I think he's gonna do
And maybe
better than
not,
everyone
maybe
else.
not a leading role for once. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll
It
see.
remains to be seen.
Seems to be more of a supporting character.
Oh.
Well, actually, I've got to mention
He'll
this.
be the
I
lead.
read a couple days ago that this movie has gotten so dark that they've actually got an on-set therapist for the actors to talk to. And then Tim went on and
Oh, God.
Tim, I'm going to let you tell because it was absolutely hilarious.
What'd
So
you say,
we've all
Tim?
heard the news that Leto has become so into his character he
Method
hasn't
to
like
the extreme.
broken his character in front of anyone yet, which is just ridiculous. I mean, you're an actor, buddy. You can lighten up a bit. Like, we know you're not actually gone psycho Joker on us, so you don't have to pretend, right?
Who knows?
And he's like
Tim,
sent
you don't know that.
he sent Margot Robbie like a letter with like a live rat, and he sent Will Smith a letter with bullets. So like, how did he get these bullets? That's my question. Does he just have bullets at his house? That he's like, oh, I'm gonna
he
bring
went
these
to the
into
Army
work
surplus
today.
store. You know,
He went to his store and be like, can I have 7 bullets? And they're like, no, they come in boxes of like 100 or 200. He's like, I really only need like 7 or 8 to send to Will Smith.
Well,
Poor
still
guy.
all in character.
While dressed up as the Joker,
He would have
or
been in
like,
character though.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been.
Would have been the Joker
It's
asking
just-
for bullets.
I'm worried because everything, all this like, this movie is so dark and we need a therapist. It seems so calculated, right? It's like
It's-
very forced from what I can tell so
I
far.
feel like they
and
didn't get a therapist.
No.
I feel like David Ayer is
They're
like,
trying to
it's
amp this up
just-
so
yeah,
much.
they're trying to amp it up. It
how do
just
I
seems
put
very
this?
forced.
David Ayer is like the guy in prison who's in for shoplifting, who got a tattoo while in prison and is like, look how fucking dark I am, man! He's doing like devil horn fingers. And he's like, look at me! I got
Yeah.
a fucking therapist. I got Jared Leto. He's damaged, man. It's like practically written on his forehead. Call
Wow.
Christopher Nolan. Is this
Yeah.
okay, Chris? Are you in charge of DC? No, no
I
one
feel
is.
like
Oh, okay.
in a lot of other bigger movies, these stories that you were hearing now, they might have come out later. Maybe the behind the scenes on the Blu-ray, you hear about these stories.
Yeah.
But they're coming out now, which a lot of times you don't hear about this stuff.
I think
you
it's
know?
just
And I
Why
feel
do you
like,
think that
Tim,
is?
you have a good point there that maybe there is a kind of a hidden motive here to try and let's let these guys know what's going on because we'll use it as sort of
We're trying to amp up our movie even more if we can, right?
fan the flames a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like you said, these things never leak. You're not going to convince me DC accidentally let them shoot Suicide Squad out in the open with a Batman Joker chase scene.
Well, they knew that was going to come out.
That's promotion.
Yeah.
They're like, get Batman in front of every fucking paparazzi we can. We need people to know Batman's in this so people will give a shit about it.
Well, DC's had a lot of stinkers. You look at their past, they've had a lot of really
They haven't had a
movies.
uniform universe.
Exactly. So I think
Still arguably don't.
I mean, we don't need to mention, Green Lantern.
I take issue with that, though. I mean, like, Man of Steel is the beginning.
Yeah, I know that. I get that.
Right?
Which wasn't planned to be the beginning of the universe because it makes...
Well, they had the Bruce Wayne satellite. I think it was planned behind closed doors.
They could have thrown that in last minute, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, the whole filming in Toronto thing, I mean, they knew, I'm sure they were hoping that certain things wouldn't get out, certain shots. But when you're driving the Batmobile down the middle of Yonge Street
Yeah.
with Batman on top, and it's a neon purple,
neon pink Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. I mean, you're gonna
How
get
can
the
you not
paparazzi
notice
photos.
that?
So there was a little bit of calculated risk there.
Yeah.
They knew some of it was gonna get out, but they kind of said that a lot of stuff still remains to be seen. So that could easily be the very beginning of the movie. We might not miss anything, and
Yeah.
It could be
might not spoil
Batman
anything.
scooping him up and putting him into Arkham.
There
and
could have
then
been a
he breaks out.
flashback.
Who knows,
It could have
right?
been who knows.
It would have been
who knows
nice to have a surprise Batman cameo.
Yeah.
Speaking of neon pink Lamborghinis,
How do you possibly have a story that connects to that?
are we gonna touch on the Joker appearance that lit the internet ablaze? Like, what do we think?
Honestly, I am completely disappointed.
You think it looks like shit?
I do. I really am. I think the damage on the
I think
forehead
Twitter
thing
agrees with you.
is
Again, I'm going to have to...
Was it like salt falling into a wound, maybe?
Oh, we didn't even
We
mention
didn't
that.
talk about that.
No,
Tim,
definitely.
edit
Rewind
this
this.
out.
Rewind this back to
Ricka,
Slow
Ricka,
West.
rewind.
Definitely
for our
the best
listeners.
pun of the night.
Okay,
Literally-
guys, set the stage here. We're going back to Slow West.
Slow
here.
West, Cody McSmee is going after his supposed girlfriend. Finally meets up with her. He runs to the house. She just blindly shoots him in the heart. Doesn't realize that it's him. And then he falls against the wall. There's a shelf above him. Stray bullet hits a jar that says salt, which then pours onto his wound.
This is right after she
Literally.
gets a kiss from
Yes.
Some other
the
he's
native
literally watching.
right in front of him, and he's just crushed. Salt in the wounds, literally, and then it literally falls into
on his
his wound. I mean, that was pretty much on
Probably
the head.
the most heavy-handed thing
You know what though?
I've seen.
Since damaged on the forehead
Yes.
on Joker.
I like you tied that back
we
around.
tied that. That's
Segues, people.
Yeah.
This isn't our first episode.
Playing
Yeah,
this in the beginning.
it's not my first rodeo. I was thinking though.
Same my first Western.
we did bring up how it is like it has the quirky comedic stuff. Was that like a joke?
I
think
Oh, it must have been.
It's got to be a joke.
Then
I
what was
think-
the point of it, right?
but
Like, why would
watching
they show
it-
salt falling on
jar
someone's
literally
wound?
said
a
salt.
close-up shot of salt getting
It could-
shot and
It
falling.
could, have
I
been
mean,
it could be one of sugar that wasn't labeled. It could have been coffee grounds. It could have been anything. But they chose salt. They showed it was salt.
I liked it though.
And
I
it
thought
fell.
it was. It was
It's funny.
It was
I
funny.
think
It was perfect.
I think if you're taking it the wrong way, you could be up in arms. But if you understand that it's like supposed to be
I think it fit the tone.
joke,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
it fit the tone.
like I could see. I have some cousins that will remain nameless who
These are cousins from Boston.
they watch movies and they don't get context sometimes. They'd be watching this thing like it's fucking Unforgiven. They would be like, "What the fuck? Salt in the wound? Stupid." They don't get intent.
That's fucking stupid, eh?
Yes, they.
I'm gonna break you in the fucking mouth.
They look like they're from the Boston Mafia, according to Tyler. But yeah.
All right. I think we're done with the Batman v Superman, the Suicide Squad.
Just back to
stuff.
Leo's appearance real quick. I think it touches upon what I said earlier about the movie as a whole, is that it seems very forced and calculated. Very,
For
like,
sure.
aware of itself. Like, Joker's aware that he's completely psychopathic and has that, like, written on his forehead that he's damaged. He has, like, his little ha 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 slogan.
See, that I didn't mind.
He's got
I
the
didn't mind
lips
the body
tattooed. He's
tats.
like,
it did remind me a little bit of a cosplay.
Yeah, it
someone
looks like a
dressing up
cosplay.
as the Joker. A little
For
bit.
sure.
Here's my issue: is
Well said.
they've already done the Joker. It was perfect. You know, it was amazing. All they had to. Well, you didn't think that Heath Ledger.
I'm making a face for the listeners.
Yeah, I was gonna say Adam's making a very disgruntled, kind of scrunchy
it's
face.
my favorite performance of all time.
Okay.
I just see where you're going. And
But see, all they had to
disagree.
do was do it again. They've already done it, and it was perfect. And now they're this is
you
why
can't
they
replicate that. That's the thing. is
you can't. But you can try to like just build off it a little bit. They went in the opposite direction. They just
I think that's
dove
the
off
right
the
move.
diving
I
board
think
with
that's the right
craziness.
move though, because they needed to differentiate themselves from that Heath Ledger performance.
I think that they should
in
not
those
have.
movies in general because they're
yeah,
not lit.
they needed to separate it, and I think it was a good move on their part to go in an opposite direction. But
They
I
went
don't know if
way
they
too
executed
far.
They could have
it
used this-
completely well.
This
I mean,
was their test, you know, like Heath Ledger was perfect, right? So like they knew that this was going to work.
Like they
So
haven't
why
seen,
change
they
it?
seemingly haven't borrowed any elements
No,
from
it's completely
Ledger's.
off the deep end there. Like it's completely.
I'm
different.
okay with
remains
it.
to be seen how well. Who knows? It might blow.
It
or
could be
something.
amazing. It could.
I
be
think he
amazing.
looks bad. I don't want. I said I'm okay
I'm sure
with
his
it. I don't
voice
mean I'm
is
okay
going to be
with the
awesome.
look.
Because
Yeah.
Leto's a great actor. Like,
Yeah.
I think his performance is going to be good.
Yeah, we
but
should
just-
put that out there. You guys all agree he's a great actor.
Oh, absolutely.
amazing.
He's fantastic.
I love
But
it.
again, I think it's just going to be his character design is just.
You know what though?
He's
like
gonna be wearing a
everything-
shirt more often than not, though. I mean, it's gonna be.
It will be.
tattoos
Yeah,
are
it's
probably
there.
gonna
You're
be
gonna
hidden.
look at that forehead and you're gonna go like, that is fucking stupid.
You know what? He's not ugly enough. Like I don't want. Who wants sexy Joker? He's like shirtless and like buff.
I don't think in any way he is sexy.
Okay.
He,
Like no, like he's like
You don't
the-
think
He's got
Jared
that
Leto's
Marilyn,
sexy?
Look-
Marilyn Manson kind of like
I do.
creepy.
exactly. And
No,
I don't.
he's-
I don't see sexy. I see
I
kind
think.
of creepy.
Did you see the set pics where he's got his shirt buttoned down to like his?
I thought that was a
Un-
tie.
He's got his shirt.
That might have been
It was a tie, apparently.
That might have been between takes. I mean, we don't know.
Well,
You know?
I don't know. He's wearing like a well-kept suit. His hair's like perfectly groomed. It's like
and that's it. He doesn't
cool
look crazy.
Joker. I don't want cool Joker.
He
I
doesn't
want-
look crazy.
Not on the set, no. The pictures they released, like that
But you
one
know what
picture
I-
where
oh,
he's
that-
got like his hands clasped over his face, clearly insane.
That looks crazy.
But the set picture
I
is
think
just,
Jared Leto may be insane in real life, so I don't think we have to worry about how crazy
Yeah.
Joker will be.
Yeah.
I think they're just telling him like, be yourself, man.
Yeah,
Like
just-
he's a little unhinged.
Just
in
you
real
do
life.
you.
Did you tell him that it's just a documentary? They're like, we're just gonna be filming you for like the next like 7
Just
8
act
weeks.
natural.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
do
just
your
a-
own thing.
He's fucking mailing people rats and shit. He's like, what? You guys said be myself. I like Margot. She's cute. I just wanted to
That's why I
show
sent her a rat. You
We
know.
knew, right?
Did you hear he sent a pig carcass?
Yeah, he sent a dead pig to the
Hog?
whole
Like a
cast.
work
to the
hog?
cast?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Just
Well,
Leto being Leto. I guess.
Dedication, guys.
One more
Dedication to
point
your
though.
craft.
I think the best thing you can
I think we
say.
should. So we got a last point, then we got to move on. To our
Yeah,
next topic.
For sure, last point. Everyone had this exact same negative criticism about the Quicksilver picture when it came out for X-Men Days of Future
That's
Past.
true. That's true.
You're lying if you said you thought it looked okay. It
It
looked
looked
fucking
stupid.
terrible.
It looks
I'll be
stupid.
honest with you. I didn't like the X-Men.
Evan Peters as.
I did not like
Quicksilver.
him. I much preferred Aaron Taylor Johnson.
You like the scene though, where he's like running.
See, I thought that was awesome, but I didn't like the character though.
Neither did I, but my point is, if Joker has...
Don't judge a book by its cover. is
If
what
he
I'm
has
saying.
an awesome scene, no one's going to remember this stupid picture. No one remembers the Quicksilver picture. They remember his
that scene.
Jim Croce's
film stealing
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
That's all anyone talks about from Days of Future Past.
That's true.
That's it. Everyone says, "Oh,
Very true.
my girlfriend's mom Facebook posted. She doesn't like. She's not like a movie buff. She fucking Facebook posted that scene and said, "This is my favorite scene in like years."
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. All right.
So there we go. So let's move on to this little tidbit, which I don't know if you guys even heard, but apparently there's a Pinocchio movie coming out, live action,
I think I heard this.
with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, he's
And he
Geppetto.
could-
This has been in the
yes.
this has been in the talks for
But apparently
almost a year now. I think.
he's targeting Paul Thomas Anderson to direct, which I think is amazing.
Sorry, who?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Okay.
am I wearing socks? Because I think you just blew him off, Scotty.
Yeah,
I mean-
this was news to me.
If-
I mean,
I had
what
no
do you guys
idea.
think of that? I mean, Adam, you just heard this.
Well, none of this
been
is.
cast as Geppetto
We don't
for
do
a
show
while.
notes. None of this is rehearsed, so they've all blown my socks off. But this one for reals.
Yeah, I didn't realize this until
Timmy.
just before we watched
Favor
it.
for a friend, maybe for Robert Downey Jr. and him. I don't know.
I
but-
could see PTA not
because it was
going
his.
Double off
through this in the end. I think he'll probably drop out.
If PTA fucking signs on for this thing, I'm in. Fuck it. That's nuts.
That's
I was not expecting. I thought Robert Downey
Based
Jr.
on the
tried to direct. or
PTA
some
that
shit.
I understand, he doesn't really jump on board with other people's projects.
With, like, existing
Yeah, he
properties?
kind of does his own thing.
Well, Inherent Vice was a novel.
No, yeah, that's fine. But he took the novel and like wrote it himself
True. Okay.
and did his own thing. This is gonna be like Robert Downey Jr. be like, please direct this movie.
I'm begging you.
Who
He's
knows?
probably
I mean,
gonna be like,
maybe.
If he
Robert
does
Downey
though,
Jr.
I'd be for sure seeing it
I
because
mean,
it would be insane.
Well,
here's
he's got to
my-
respect
yeah.
him and be like, hey, you know what? Amazing director, amazing talent. I mean, what do you think about Pinocchio? What can you maybe put your spin
Yeah.
on it and see
be
where
a
you go with
crazy-
that? Because it's clearly in the early stages right now.
If I could be a negative Nancy,
Oh, well.
The Master and Inherent Vice, not stellar reviews, pretty mixed.
Inherent Vice I haven't seen yet.
I've seen it.
Master is decent, but probably two of the best performances I've seen in years.
For sure, but as a
From
movie
Phoenix.
as a whole, on the
Movie as a whole, those is okay.
Well, like as you were saying
It's
earlier,
meandering.
you'll
Which might be good for him to take a property that already exists.
That's my point. They're critically, the reception was mixed, so maybe he's trying to go
Like
to
his
something.
directing is never an issue. It's usually his stories are a bit too meandering.
Yeah.
And maybe having such a rich story as Pinocchio that has had so many versions before it to draw
I mean,
from.
I've only seen the Disney animated version. So
well, there was a
I'm
Drew
interested to
Carey one a
see.
little while ago that absolutely bombed.
Interesting.
You
Yeah.
would know that.
That's the only version that I know though. So I'm interested to see what other kind of direction it could go.
Yeah.
I think like my point was his last couple movies definitely lost money. To be a pessimist, I think you look at it like he's just going to something that's going to make money. Like
Well,
he's
as
just
you
trying to
were-
do a commercial.
As you were saying earlier, Frankie, there was the one director that you were saying. What was his name? He was the Japanese director there.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah, I would like you said. You will watch just about anything he does, just because
Now,
of his
yes.
Yeah, from that's my attitude with Robert Downey Jr. I'll watch just about anything he does, just because that's what it is.
Nice.
So I feel like no matter how good or bad or who directs it, doesn't matter to me. I'll end up seeing it.
You're a true fan then.
I really am.
If you
I'm kind of curious what the There Will Be Blood version of Pinocchio is. I mean,
Me too.
Seriously,
Magnolia
guys.
version.
yeah.
Shit.
I mean, it could get intense. It could get dark. I mean,
Yo, it's gonna get.
are there going to
fucking
be
intense.
milkshakes in it though? I don't know.
I want to see Robert Downey Jr. as
Did you
Geppetto.
drink my milkshake?
Pinocchio! I drink your milkshake!
Perfect segue into Tim's bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Let's make this
probably
real,
our
real
most
quick.
we've never done this segment before because this is our first podcast. But I've got to say this is the one that I'm most excited for.
That's fair.
It's a segment we're going to call Tim's Bits, in which Tim does an impression, and well, I'll just let you do it because
I'll explain it.
yeah.
I'm famous for my impressions,
Yeah, I
for
mean,
how terrible
world
they are.
renowned.
Tim, don't be so hard.
For example, my Matthew McConaughey impression, which I described as my impression of Matt Damon doing his impression of Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, it's your impression of you doing
Let's
an
get
impression.
a little taste of the McConaughey here.
Should I feed
Well,
you
I got a
line?
couple of McConaughey's.
Do you have a line prepared?
Oh, I
A
got
couple
two
lines
lines.
set up.
Let's give him a minute so we can get
I
the
got my
character
classic
there.
McConaughey, which is just
Okay. Okay,
alright,
Timmy.
alright.
I mean,
That one's not.
Well,
It's
it's not
terrible.
Sorry,
Alright.
everyone be quiet. Let me hear this.
Alright.
See, that's not terrible. That's not terrible.
That's not bad.
it's okay. All right, what else you got? What
Then
else?
the other one I have is this is based off of David Letterman's interview with Matt
There we
Damon,
go.
who does his impression of Matthew McConaughey. It's kind of like, Mr. Soderbergh, I think today might be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
It's literally just you
It's
talking.
just me talking.
That's it.
Tim,
Perfect.
that
Slight
is
variation.
literally
So-
the greatest in.
I will do
impression.
one an episode because they're so bad.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
we shouldn't have to.
We don't want to lose
We
listeners.
don't want to overwhelm the listener.
I have a request. Give me a little Interstellar, McConaughey. Give me a little fucking tear.
Murph! Murph! Don't let me leave, Murph!
It's literally just you yelling at the iPad.
Tim, for the listeners, I'm literally wiping a single
It's
tear.
like you guys are watching the movie,
It
right?
was-
It's like we were there.
Emotional.
Does anyone
Emotional.
have tissues? I'm wiping. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my
Let the
life.
listeners know that Franny does have a single tear
Oh.
dropping down the right side of his face.
It's like I was It's like I was back in that scenario, having to watch McConaughey leave Murph. That was Tim, that was incredible. Wow.
So that was Tim Bits for this week. Was Matthew McConaughey. Next
Right.
week, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what the next impression will be on Tim's bits? Okay, we got a couple more things on the docket here. Star Trek Beyond is apparently the next title for the next installment of the Star Trek franchise.
I've got to say, I'm going to jump right in. I
What do
could
you guys
not
think
be more excited about this.
Really?
Really?
I am so. But the only thing that is bringing me down is that I am very scared that it's not going to live up to the previous two, just because of the fact that J.J. Abrams has passed as director.
Yes.
Big shoes to fill.
He made those movies as amazing as they were.
I love the first two. I know a lot of people didn't like the second one because it was a rehash of Wrath of Khan, but
Yeah.
just like with Rollverse.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the original series at all, so
I never watched them
Me
before.
neither.
I like them both.
care less that it was a rehash of the story. It was new to me. Loved it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them kind of adventuring through the universe, galaxy, visiting
Step away
planets.
from Earth a bit.
Yeah. Just kind of bouncing off planets and doing their own adventurous thing. I'm excited for
Which,
it.
by the way, apparently they have confirmed that, and I don't know if it's confirmed or if it's kind of rumored, but that it will be about that first 5-year journey that the Enterprise goes on.
Well, I know
that
they
will
were-
be kind of the basis of
I know-
where the movie starts off,
Yeah.
at least.
Like I know they've already I'm not sure if this has been confirmed or not, but it's been there's been talk about actually doing well, I'm drawing a blank about the
I can maybe help you out, friend. What is it?
Idris Elba.
Okay.
He's going to be playing
Idris Elba.
The villain.
not the villain. It's the what are they called? The
Klingons.
Klingons.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. I've heard
Idris
this.
Elba.
Yes,
Really?
yeah, yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard that floated
I
around
didn't
there.
hear that.
That's been
Yeah.
floating
Wow.
because they've been wanting to bring the Klingons in.
They
like,
brought him in
briefly.
Yeah.
They were
They
there.
look-
They
Yeah.
had helmets or something
No,
on
no,
it.
no.
You saw
Yes.
one took his helmet off and you saw it.
They looked good. They looked creepy and
damn good. And so they've
I
been
don't
talking
remember
about
that.
actually doing this, and
Wow.
so they've cast Idris Elba, who is an amazing actor.
Do you think he'd be the villain, or do you think he'd be like the Klingon that would
Wow.
join their crew?
That's what I think.
A la Next Generation.
That's
Toss a Klingon in there. I think that'd be pretty
I think this is a little bit before that, though, time frame wise. I mean, it's a little bit.
yeah, I
it's
know.
when the Klingons were still kind of
like they're evil.
not
They're
so
still the
friendly
enemy,
with
yeah.
the Federation, which.
like
Yeah.
you'd have to if you're bringing in someone like Idris Elba to play that role.
Who we haven't really seen as a villain. I'd be.
No, I'm actually really excited.
It's
for
got to
him
be
as
pretty substantial role.
What,
I'd
what do you
assume.
think about Idris Elba as possibly a Klingon
Wow.
in Star Trek?
Let me just let me just give the listeners a little sneak peek, maybe to next week or the week after. Who knows?
Yeah.
We might have another discussion about Idris Elba possibly playing other iconic roles. Am I right? We'll see what Mr.
Don't get me
Sapolsky thinks
started.
about
Don't.
that.
This
Anywho,
podcast
For
will go for
another
another
time.
hour and a
for
half.
another time. I'm worried about this movie.
Yeah.
I'm fucking worried, guys.
I think
Big time.
I'm
whole
excited,
Robert
but
Orsi
I do
thing.
agree that Robert Orsi is just a
Quick.
train wreck of a man apparently, and Justin Lin taking over is worrisome.
Yeah, let's do a quick rundown for those who don't know. Roberto Orsi co-wrote the first two with
Yeah.
JJ. Was writing this one.
Stepped into the director's chair. And then-
Right, he stepped in the director's chair, and then
And
he
then
ended
knocked
up.
off
apparently
on,
his
like,
script
IMDb.
was too Star Trek. Too Star Trekky, which
Well, I don't know what they
Rumored.
were going.
I think
with.
Simon Pegg did the rewrite. I think.
Yeah, Simon
He
Yeah.
did,
His
but
own.
apparently he was. There was
Yeah.
apparently like they're actually from what I heard they're taking actually part of Simon Pegg's writing out. Apparently
Yeah.
he's kind of dropped back a little bit now.
Well, he said he was the one. He came in for the rewrite. He rewrote it, handed it in. He said Paramount said, "It's a little too Star Trekky for
Simon
us."
Pegg? I thought it was Orsi's. It was Simon Pegg.
No, they worked
No,
together
it was
for I
Simon
think.
Pegg.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
his exact quote was, "I think they're thinking the last one made $500 million when Avengers made $1 billion. So they're wondering, hey, what are we doing wrong that Avengers is doing right? Can you dumb it down?" That's essentially what Simon Pegg said.
Wow.
So-
I've heard actually that Simon Pegg might be dropping out of acting soon just because he's gotten so angry with how like it's just bad
That's
with
not
how,
a
like
joke.
with how Hollywood like
You
with
should
how
just
Hollywood
do
everything's becoming.
more movies with Edgar Wright and just
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
only
The rest of his
2
life.
movies with
Yeah.
Edgar Wright.
Seriously.
I gotta say I'm still pissed off that he dropped out of it. Like he was
And
like He should have directed Ant-Man.
Let's not even start on that.
Yeah, fuck.
That's another. Sorry.
That's
another-
a whole podcast to itself.
We'll be doing a show probably just entirely devoted to Ant-Man when that comes out. We're gonna probably
Ooh,
do
yeah.
a review on
2 weeks.
that.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I think we
less
finally
than.
got Adam on board to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, Adam's on board.
We're gonna
baby.
have to do and
count Adam in.
little bit of sneak peek here. I saw an early review of Ant-Man. All I'm gonna say is
shit.
they loved it. Okay.
Who?
Comic Book Girl 19. I don't know if you've heard of her online
I've heard of her.
YouTuber. I watched the first 30 seconds of her review and she said she loved it. So, just there you go. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Also,
I've been on board since the beginning.
Just wanted to say, Justin Lin
Mhm.
stepping into the director's chair, famed Fast and Furious
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift director.
Yeah.
Season 2 of True Detective director.
I've seen the first 2 episodes of season 2 of True Detective. It's pretty bad. This guy
I don't know. I'm excited for this movie, but I'm
hired gun.
scared.
It's hired gun. So we'll see. We'll see.
Remains to be seen. Next little bit of information here is the 2 Ghostbusters photos that got released of the costumes and the pack, the proton pack.
I was actually having this discussion with my brother-in-law today. I am very excited about the Ghostbusters. I wasn't
The all-female cast.
I wasn't as into the Ghostbusters as the rest of the planet seems to have been. I thought it was a very good movie, but it's not one of those things that I was in love with.
Me too.
So I'm really excited about this new one just because it is.
See a new take on it.
Yeah, it's a different kind of spin on it. I love everyone they've cast.
I love Chris Hemsworth as receptionist. I think
That's
he's
gonna be
amazing.
I was gonna say that
hilarious.
might be the best casting. I mean, the 4 ladies that they cast were great comedic talents, but Chris Hemsworth.
I think he's gonna be like a blubbering,
I
kind of
mean,
like meathead goofball guy. I think it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect
I
casting.
agree.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like, it's like almost like sexist flipped on its
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
The 4 girls with
And
like
I think
the
it's exactly
good-looking
what they're going
buff
for.
guy.
Did you guys see the trailer for the Vacation movie? Did you see him in that?
No.
No, really, he's on vacation.
Yeah.
Thor.
You
Let's
see
just
that?
say Thor drops the hammer.
Oh,
You've seen the trailer.
it's a big hammer that he dropped. Let's be
it's-
honest.
It's a Fassbender-esque hammer.
Okay. And I think he's great at, in a comedic role. I think he loves those roles. I think,
Apparently, yeah.
yeah. I mean, Black Cat, for example, is super serious.
Hilarious.
Not hilarious. I think he enjoys. And I don't know if you guys saw the press tours for Avengers of Hemsworth
Well,
and Chris Evans.
he has a great time in those movies, I think.
And they're just having a grand old
They-
time.
they-
and I
all
think,
the
How
photos
could they
I've seen-
fucking not?
I mean, the scene
Yeah.
where Captain America like slightly moves the hammer and his face just drops.
Yeah.
I laughed out loud in the theater at that because it's just like
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
perfect timing. I was like,
I think
I
we
can
could
do
see Chris
comedies.
Hemsworth maybe move a little bit more into the comedy.
once he's done
He's
with
kind of
Thor, I could see him
diversifying a
doing
little
some
bit.
comedies
Yeah.
for sure.
I
yeah.
think he would be a good fit for that stuff.
I can
So.
see it.
Well, yet to be seen, right? We'll see him in that role, and hopefully it's.
What's he doing?
Did you, Ty? Did you see the Ghostbusters movie when you were young?
I think I never saw it when I was young.
You saw it recently.
I saw it when I was like mid-teen, like older teen. That's that's when I saw it for
that's
the
still
first
a while
time.
ago.
Yeah, so I never saw it when they were I didn't grow up with it.
Yeah.
Which is I think the same reason why I'm not a huge fan. I love Star Wars now
Yeah.
that I've seen them, but I didn't grow up watching them. So that's why I'm not in love with them as much as everyone else.
See, I agree
is.
with you. I just saw Ghostbusters like a year ago.
Mhm.
Very average for
Yeah,
me.
it was like at the time though, like
If you thought
Bill
the first
Murray,
one was
though.
average, don't watch the
see the
second.
do not
one.
watch the second
I
one.
know.
Yeah.
Because
I think if you remove all nostalgia, it doesn't stand on its own.
exactly.
I had zero nostalgia, and I'm like, this is a fucking cheesy.
I love the first one.
I liked the first
watched.
one. I thought it was
I
really
loved the
fun.
cartoon growing up as a kid. I had the video game. I had the
Too.
Firehouse
I had a couple
toy.
toys. Yeah.
I had that all. So the
Now,
first
you
one I
guys
do
saw
love.
them
The
as
second
kids-
one
you
is.
guys watched it when you were young, like really young.
Yeah.
You guys grew up with
And
it.
I even saw it recently.
I've been
and
exposed to
Bill
those
Murray
movies, so those
still
were
cracks
8 or
me up
9.
to this day.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's
think
a
that's
genius.
still nostalgia tied. 'Cause
It still cracked me
you
up
grew
though.
up with it. Though.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's a talent for sure. I mean,
Well, of course.
it's Bill Murray.
It's Bill Murray.
It's
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
It is Bill
It's
Murray.
Bill fucking Murray.
He
Yeah.
is in
I mean,
it. He's in that
yeah.
movie.
Like I know it's
Say
not your
no
middle
age.
name, but you're Bill fucking Murray.
Middle name fucking.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen the costumes. Do they look good?
I haven't seen the costumes.
They look like
They look a
you
lot
know,
like the original ones. They're
Yeah,
kind of
I don't
like
think it's nice
Let me
that-
just disclaimer. I don't give a fuck. But
okay. Yeah, they're just
Okay.
beige with like classic
I think the
symbol
only
with the
reason
ghost
they
crossed
released
head.
it was because they had a couple of photos of the cast that were like paparazzi stuff, and
Yeah.
they didn't have the costumes.
I think a lot of
on.
people weren't impressed because
Yeah.
they're all great great actresses, because I know I've seen all of them on SNL except for Melissa McCarthy. I know she hosted a couple of times, but I've seen them all on SNL, so I've seen them do so many varying roles, and so I've seen them and I'm thinking like, yeah, each one of these people could play the Ghostbuster role, and so but I think a lot of people haven't been really exposed to like Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, I don't really.
Exactly. She is by far one of the best actresses to ever be on SNL. Like she has such an
Which one is she? The
Kate
black
McKinnon.
one,
No,
or-
she's the blonde.
Did
not
she do
Kristen
Justin
Wiig.
Bieber?
Yeah, she did Justin
Yes.
Bieber. She did Ellen.
I like her. She's
her range is
Oh,
just
she does Ellen.
Yeah.
Okay.
her range is phenomenal. So I can see her. And I can go I can see her do this role.
Yeah,
And so
Has she done much? I don't know much about her. But
well,
has she done
television.
any? So not really any.
not a whole lot, but
So
like,
just be like a little breakout.
yeah.
So it could
Hollywood role
be
for
a breakout role for her. I
Yeah.
guess.
And so I think she's going to do phenomenally well. But that's just because I know I've seen that. So I think people seeing her not in costume, not really knowing who she is, I think that might be making a lot of
Okay.
believers in the Ghostbusters. I think that might be making them worrisome.
I think the reason, yeah, like you said, but I think a lot of the reason they released those photos is because to kind of abate some of the fans
Yeah.
of the franchise. You know, here's the old school kind of looking
Yeah.
suits.
Don't
and
worry, we haven't forgotten
the old
what
school
it's really
pack
about.
and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And okay, do you
Yeah.
guys? That's the end of the topics that I have. Do you guys have any other topics you want to discuss?
Miscellaneous.
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 Mis-
Anyone?
Kind
Miss-
of
Miss
loose
Galanis,
ends
yeah.
you guys want to talk
I'm
about?
sure there's something.
Oh, I watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for the first time in 15 years today, so that was
Really,
yeah.
a little precursor to
Half
Ant-Man
of
there.
it?
Was
Actually, yeah. As soon as I started,
You're
I
fucking kidding.
I know. I'm not joking. I left halfway to pick you up.
Oh,
So
that's oddly personal.
Halfway.
yeah.
Tim, edit it out.
Yeah.
No, we don't edit. What was I gonna say? So was this? Were you getting ready for Ant-Man?
I watched.
That's actually funny. I wanted them to do more practical stuff for Ant-Man. From what I've seen,
For
like
sure.
all the ant scenes are purely CGI. I would love
For
them
sure.
seeing just like classic Honey I Shrunk the Kids style ants.
Ant
Yeah.
legs?
Well, by the way, speaking of that, have you guys seen the latest spot that they released?
No, I don't. I
Let's
watched
see.
the trailer. I haven't
Practical?
seen. I don't watch spots.
Practical shit? No way.
They
I'm
they released a scene that was they showed a little bit more of what happens when he shrinks and
Does it look pretty
a
good?
little bit of a scene. It was good. I liked it. It's a little bit of Michael Pena in there and yeah. I don't
I
want
like
to spoil. You guys clearly don't
Like I
want
wanted
to know.
them to build like jumbo sets. is
Yeah,
what
for sure.
Essentially, was what
I'm
I
a
wanted.
I'm a practical effect.
I wanted them to
purist.
It wasn't
J.J.
that.
Abrams
I'm
all
sure
over
it
that
wasn't
set.
that. I'm sure it was green screen, but it looked good.
I hate CGI.
It looked good.
For the record, fucking hate
It looked real.
See, that's why I'm scared about. I'm going to jump back to the Star Trek for a second. That's why I'm really scared about this new director
Yeah.
because J.J. Abrams, in my opinion, one of the best directors ever, and he is known for using as little CGI as possible. So
You gotta believe though in that franchise that they would at least continue what JJ was doing. They wouldn't go back to green screen after doing all
I hope
that
not.
stuff
I
on
hope not.
sets, building the whole sets.
But
the
he
Empire
was
sets.
he has such talent. You know, like he constantly when the camera's rolling, he's shaking the camera because he thinks that in these scenarios, there's never like you would never be there just looking at it. He's literally shaking that camera for the entire shoot. He leaves in the lens flares and stuff like that because you got chrome all throughout the spaceship.
Oh, we know he leaves in
Oh,
lens
the
flares.
lens flares.
I love it.
famous.
I love it.
Bring your sunglasses if you're going to a
I'm
JJ movie.
I'm scared that this new director won't be able to
I love JJ,
replicate
for the
that.
record.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Love him.
tough act to follow.
Anyways, we were on that discussion. I had to
Sorry,
throw
yeah.
that in there.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
enough. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the first edition. If you guys don't have anything else you want to add, but
I think,
No, I think
All right.
that's it.
well,
boys.
that'll do it for the first episode of the Up Real Late podcast. Yeah. So just want to thank everyone for
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like
You can
how
find us at upreallatepodcast.wordpress.com.
The
and I
Twitter and
guess our
Facebook.
Twitter handle will be probably at Upreal Podcast or Upreal Late.
And it'll be up.
Next
this is up?
few days, I'll be setting all that up. Probably, yeah.
So that'll be up around the same time this goes up, right?
Yes.
We sign off with our Twitter handles and our
I only
Facebook addresses.
Play my personal one, so no. But
Oh,
I've been Tim.
Tim, edit this out. You can follow my personal one at Franey25 because if you listen to this, I like you, unlike Tim. So, yeah.
If I could remember what my Twitter handle
I'm with you on that, Scott. I haven't used
I would
mine
insert
in
it
years.
now.
Tim, edit this out.
But yeah, follow me on Scott something Ellis something at Twitter and whatever it is. I'm not on Twitter.
I'm
Follow
sure- I
any
will be
Scott
on
Ellis
Twitter.
on Twitter. I'm
sure
sure
they
there's
I'm sure he's a
followers.
great guy. Follow any
They
Scott
probably
on
caught all
Twitter.
that, Scott.
I will be
Time.
I will be getting my Twitter back online, so expect the at the next podcast I will give you my Twitter handle. At this moment, I cannot remember what it is. So
All right. So with that, that'll do it. So until next time, hopefully we'll be getting another podcast up soon. And until next time, see you guys.
We'll see you up real late.
Peace.
Peace.